He thought he was in control. How wrong he was.
Come to the dark side driving. It's the dark side driving. Come to the dark side driving. It's the dark side driving movie club.
From the deepest corner of the darkest universe, two brave hosts battle through nameless hordes of ghoulish monsters most foul, all to bring you the eternal glory of the Dark Side Drive-In.
It's the dark side driving. It's the dark side driving. Come to the dark side driving. It's the dark side driving movie club. It's the dark side driving. Come to the dark side driving. It's the dark side driving. It's the dark side driving movie club.
Hey, what's up? It's Shane with Farview Studios, and you are tuning into the Dark Side Drive-In, which is our horror theme podcast where we cover movies from the 80s, sometimes 70s, and sometimes 90s. And today, part 3 of our 3rd annual Summer Tri-Slash-A-Thon is upon us. I'm joined today with Stefan.
Greetings.
Timely as ever.
All right, chill out. Yeah.
And we're doing it, folks. We're already here. We have a guest, by the way. We have run out of the gate. We have stumbled on the first thing we have come across, and then we are now picking ourselves up. So we are joined today by a very special guest, Mal, or who you all know as the Witch of the Woods. Longtime fan, longtime friend. Why don't you say hi, Mal?
Hi, it's me, Mal.
It's me, Mario.
So if they don't come with a manual for this,
they don't.
Trying my hardest.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right.
In my defense, first of all, my internet hiccuped, so that was why I went so slow. I don't want to take the blame for that. I can't control the internet.
You know what's even funnier is it would get edited out. No one would ever have known. And it's just a funny happenstance. But Stefan, what are we doing today?
Why, Shane, let me tell you, we are talking about our 3rd and final movie in the Summer Tri-Slash-A-Thon, which is the 1988 classic, ? Doom Asylum.
Laugh Riot.
It is a joke-a-minute farce featuring actors and a murderer. So
Dude,
a slasher movie.
I got huge Dead Heat vibes from this. Did you feel that? And Mad Max, like at the same time. It was I don't know, man.
So who's your
weird.
Joe Piscopo stand-in then?
Mal and I talked before this, and I brought up, I'm like, he's going to hate Joe Piscopo, and he's going to talk about it. So,
I'm nothing if not consistent.
Yeah, I appreciate it. But so Mal, this is kind of like your first foray into podcasting, right?
Your first time watching a movie.
Yeah, it's your first movie ever.
Ever. I downloaded the app and everything. It was crazy.
Oh, you're a 2-byte now. Nice.
I am. I resisted for a long time, but
it's all free, surprisingly, for now. So
I know. You think I would have been onto it earlier too, because I'm so cheap everywhere in my life.
You know, we did ask you to do a couple things with us. The Saw thing got pushed. Like, you know, we don't even have plans for that yet. But I've got some stuff coming up. And Mal has agreed to kind of step in and help out, which is super awesome. So everyone be nice, especially you, Eric. I'm pointing at you. You can't see because you're on audio, but point at yourself and be nice. So there, down, Eric. Anyways, I really think if Mal, if you don't have anything to say, I think we can meander over to the favorite segment everyone has, but I just want to give you last words here. So you get the last word of the intro. Okay, cool. So
what a terrible idea. Yeah.
I'll just mess with you.
Just like sight unseen, just throw her
yeah.
on the bus or under the bus, over the bus.
Again, what's funny is the pauses just don't show up, and this is just sounds like we're just maniacal after back to back. Anyways, we are going to move into everyone's favorite segment. The reason why you're here, I know it because I can see when you stop listening. It is the creepy questionnaire, and we actually have a special edition Jeopardy version. So I'm going to share my screen so all you listeners at home can see. So if you're driving, pick up your. Don't do that. I'm kidding. Please, oh God, just keep listening.
No, do whatever you want. Live your life.
Live your life. Die in a fire. In a car crash.
So like you got so like concerned during the terrible 20, you're like, it is our 20 questions like, but you're over here just taking the still running Jeopardy show and just like, I will just take the name of it. The ghost of Alex Trebek is on the way.
Well, they've lost most of their power with him leaving and passing.
Hey, Ken Jennings is great.
Ken's great, but he hasn't charged up yet. So I think we have at least 2 years until he's at full Jeopardy power.
So once he reaches his final form, will it be smited?
Yeah, I feel smote. All right. So, folks, for the uninitiated, this is where we try to stump the man, myth, the legend, Stefan himself, and we have a special guest today, Mal, and we're going to try to stump him. We have picked up the most important horror outlet possible, BuzzFeed, and we're going to do a quiz because Stefan is apparently an expert in their eyes. And had I not read the question wrong, which is famously my thing, he would have went like 100%. I think he went 99. So, all right, let's kick it off. So you don't have to answer like a question. But if you feel the urge, do so. But, this was on a category of recent horror movies for 200. Leaning into the trope, the Terrifier films have a killer character named Art this. And the options are dog, doll, demon, or clown.
I didn't need multiple choice for this one.
Okay.
Yeah. What is a clown anyway?
And you're correct.
I said I could phrase it as a question. You didn't say it had to be. Yeah. You didn't say what kind of question.
What is a clown, Jen? Or Ken Jennings?
Go on Jeopardy.
Yeah. Jen Jennings.
Answer all the
Jen
things.
Kennings. So you can't sue us.
Answer all the things with the wrong who, what, when, where.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it with a question.
Why is a clown?
The wrong inflection. Make everyone so uneasy.
How is a clown?
Like, where is a clown?
Because the rules are if you ask a question, because they always do who or what. Anyways, scary movies for 200. Film in which Jack Nicholson uttered the immortal line, "Here's Johnny." The real crux of this question is none of these films, except for one of them, have him in it, and I'm kind of mad because they could have just done 4 Jack Nicholson films, but instead they did 4 horror films, which is on brand. So you have The Fog, Psycho, The Shining, or Silence of the Lambs.
Would that be The Shining?
I think it is.
It just may be.
It just may be.
I almost said The Shining of the Lambs because I got a little mixed up there.
The Shining can get sued.
The Shining of the Lambs.
At the end of the scary movie for 400, please. This is Ripley, last survivor of the Nostromo, signing off. Is that from Pressure, The Thing, Alien, or Predator?
I mean, I've answered questions on our show before that involved the Nostromo, so I think that we all know that it is, or we all know what is Alien.
Good.
What is Alien?
Good job.
That's the question.
I'm so proud of you.
Did it go through the proper channels?
Did it go?
Oh, no.
From Page to Scream for 400. These puns are just out of control. Author Ira Levin claimed credit for first suggesting Mia Farrow as a lead in this 1968 adaptation of his horror novel. The Stepford Wives, Rosemary's Baby, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, or The Birds.
Would that be Oregano's Child?
Time's on your side. Let's go.
So lame, Mallory.
Well done. Yeah.
We're very pun heavy here. We're a very pun forward group here. All right, this one was for 400. This character drowning at This character drowning at Camp Crystal Lake. I should have read these. Like, this is the thing with BuzzFeed. They're like, we've got real hard ones, but I guess this is Jeopardy's fault, right? These are people that know, like, these were on Jeopardy. That was like,
okay, yeah.
Yeah, these were actually asked on television. This character drowning at Camp Crystal Lake leads to all kinds of murderous fallout in the Friday the 13th. Pennywise, Michael, Ghostface, or Jason?
Well, I'm going to ask, where is Jason? And the answer is the counselors certainly don't know.
Or where? Why is Jason?
Or why is Jason? I mean, are you going to click it? You didn't even click it.
I wasn't going to give it to you. Trying to give us all...
We got to get that
Also,
perfect
I know
score at
that-
the end of this.
Nobody can see us, but Stefan, do you want to talk about what you're wearing?
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting. I'm wearing a Friday the 13th, the final chapter t-shirt. So Jason is literally with us now. I mean, he's always with us in our
And
hearts.
also with you.
And also with you.
This 1973 horror classic had Linda Blair take an extended look around. Is it possessed? Is it Possessed, The Exorcist, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, and Poltergeist?
I believe that's The Exorcist. What is The Exorcist?
Stefan, do you concur?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man of many words. Just
Can I tell you guys something I
Sure.
used to do?
yes.
So, The Exorcist is one of the first really scary horror movies that I ever watched when I was like 13, maybe.
Mhm.
And I was so obsessed with that, like the flashes of Pazuzu's face. And I was like so curious that I used to find clips of it on YouTube and try to pause it so that I could sit there and analyze his face. And I would do it for hours.
That's legit.
I loved it. It was
Love
so
that.
scary.
It is a spooky face.
It is a spooky face.
It was. I also used to Google pictures of JFK's head at his autopsy.
Okay. Anyways,
So I
this
thought
author...
that-
No, you're back in
I didn't
the
know
left.
you could just look up pictures of that, but I guess the internet
Yeah,
is
I guess
forever.
you can look up. You can look up anything. I mean, you can. Sure. Okay. This author pretty much nailing the title early in the book. Now, do you still want the interview? The vampire asked. Oh my god. Anne Rice, Stephen King, Stephen Graham Jones, and Shirley Jackson.
Well, yeah, the
Stephen Graham Jones.
the person you're saying was Stephen Graham Jones,
Yeah.
but that's not the answer to the question.
Yeah.
The answer to the question is obviously Anne Rice, or whomst is Anne Rice?
Whilst is Anne Rice.
Whilst is Anne Rice.
Whilst. Awesome. No stranger to horror, Ethan Hawke starred in the first film in this franchise about lawless time in a future America.
Mm.
And that is Cabin in the Woods, Strangers, The Plague, The Purge.
What is The Purge?
Bum, bum, bum.
Needed. That's what it is.
It's the movie where they're for 12 hours all crime is legal, but all anyone wants to do is murder people.
I haven't told you guys. I think
I
there's like
mean-
100 questions on here, so we got this. But
We're not doing them all, are we?
I think there's only 10 or 15.
okay.
I don't know. We'll see. This Dario Argento horror classic about a dance studio that's really a coven was remade 2018. Black Swan, Abigail, Livid, or Suspiria?
Well, I guess I'm going to have to say that is Suspiria. Good movie. Actually,
Good
the
job.
remake is good too. I like the remake as well.
Which is crazy. Like, usually they fuck that up. So,
Often.
often. Fire starter. Anyways,
Ooh, right
you
to
can
the
score a
gut.
version. You can score a version of this horror villain's striped sweater on Amazon for about $40. Finger knives not included. Stefan?
Mal doesn't know why I'm so disgusted with this question.
Oh, we'll get there.
I don't. I'm like, go ahead, Stefan. Elaborate.
Last week, he asked me the colors of Freddy Krueger's sweater, and I said red and black, and it's red and green, and I've been kicking myself ever since.
You fool.
Yeah.
You foolish fool.
But I do like how one of the options, you didn't read the options, and one of the options is Logan.
It
Like
is
Wolverine?
Logan. I think it's just because of the finger knives. So it's Edward Scissorhands, Freddy Krueger, Beetlejuice, or Logan.
Yeah, famous horror villain, the heroic Canadian mutant Wolverine.
Would it? You know, even funnier if it's actually not that Logan. Like it's just like Logan,
Logan
Paul. or
Paul.
like-
Yeah.
It's Logan Paul.
Oh, God, what a
His
horror.
little finger knives.
I do want to talk about the sweater situation, though, Stefan.
Yeah.
What do
Because
you want me to
that's
say?
crazy.
I got it wrong. Not everyone can get everything right all the time. Not everyone can
I know,
do
but you're
everything.
Normally right.
It's because 90% of your life was Mortal Kombat, and I agree with you that it is black and red in that game.
I actually do blame Mortal Kombat for that.
I do too. That's fine.
So
Thanks, Ed Boon.
If his sweater is red and green, can we count Nightmare on Elm Street is a Christmas movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. Great.
Yeah.
Glad
It's
we
not as good as
solved that.
I almost said Garbage Day. It sounds good as Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, but yeah. Jamie Lee Curtis was paid $8,000 and provided her own wardrobe in this 1978 John Carpenter film, her first feature. Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, Children of the Corn, or The Lost Boys.
I don't know whose turn it is anymore.
I don't remember either. I think it was your turn, the Freddy Krueger one, but because of my shame, because Shane wanted me to relive my shame, we kind of got off track. So I'll let you take this one.
Sure. What is Halloween?
And you are correct.
This is Halloween.
Oh, there's so many, guys. I don't know if we're going to be able to do all these.
I don't think we can do all of them. Yeah, like we still have a movie to cover today.
Hold on. I'm going to see how many are here. Let's just take a look. I do wish we could chat longer, but I'm having an old friend for dinner. Saw, Psycho, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or Silence of the Lambs.
Well, two of them do feature cannibals. But I feel like it's got to be the Silence of the Lambs because Leatherface, for all of his virtues, isn't quite...
chatty.
Yeah, he's not as chatty as our man, Hannibal Lecter.
You're correct. All right, let's take a look. I want to see how many we have.
Not as loquacious. That was the word I was trying to get to.
I was going to say, I don't know if anybody would describe Hannibal Lecter as chatty.
Yeah, loquacious
But
is
we
probably
could.
better. Yeah, verbose, maybe.
Yeah.
There's so many more. I'm so sorry. All right, we're gonna go from the big dollar ones. We'll do a couple of these ones.
This is the Daily Double.
Yeah. I used to hate the water. I can't imagine why. And that's from Deep Blue Sea, The Shallows, The Meg, or Jaws.
I'm going to tell you right now, I've never seen any of these. I've seen Deep Blue Sea, but
You've
I
never
saw
seen Jaws?
it in like 1998. No, I know a lot about it.
Dude, LL Cool J wrote a song, Deepest, Bluest, My Head is Like a Shark Fin. That was such a good song.
I do. I just saw that on TikTok recently.
Yeah.
And I thought, why am I getting what a weird
It's making the rounds again, probably because the studio sold the rights to someone and they're trying to get some publicity so people watch it. I have seen those clips on TikTok a lot and Instagram. So, all right, any guesses?
I'm going to guess, since it's two people talking, I'm going to guess that it's probably Jaws.
You're correct.
Nice.
Probably when Hooper and Roy Scheider in the water at the end.
This is a good one.
Isn't Jaws the movie where they're the drunk shanty?
Yeah, Show Me the Way to Go Home.
Yeah.
Tired
Yeah,
and I wanna go to
hell
bed.
yeah.
Yeah, Robert Shaw as Quint. It's an amazing scene and movie and character. Just such a good... You should actually watch that movie, Mal. It's very good. And it's the 50th anniversary, so it's streaming on, I want to say Peacock. I think has all of the Jawses right now. But
All right,
don't watch all of the Jawses.
Oh, yeah, just do the first three.
It's the one from the 80s where it comes breaking through the glass.
Is that 3?
I don't know what number it is.
Yes, that's
Oh,
Jaws
no,
3.
it
It's
looks insane.
Jaws 3D. That's the one where...
Oh, yeah, 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one with Dennis Quaid where Jaws is attacking SeaWorld.
Yes.
It's the one with Dennis Quaid where Randy Quaid plays Jaws. Anyways, all right, last one. A tagline for this 1983 horror film is, she'll possess you, then destroy you. She's death on wheels. She's Jennifer, Christine, Carrie, or Maxine.
So I will say I don't fully know just by the quote, but I'm assuming by the sentence "death on wheels" that it's Christine.
Okay, Stefan, do you concur?
Would it be Christine?
Yeah, I concur that it's Christine. I know it's not Maxine because that the spelling in this website has
Definitely
only
not
one
Jennifer.
X and there's 3 X's in the name of the movie. That's crazy.
Because she does porno.
Oh no, porno.
Hey, we're going to get into that in a little bit. Speaking of porno, Stefan, I think it's time that we get into the cast and or crew.
We're just going to abruptly end the
That feels like a
question.
weird cut.
I
It
Yeah.
is a
know.
weird cut. And I will tell you, they got everyone right. Like it was, yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
BuzzFeed.
Never in doubt.
We have defeated BuzzFeed once again. They cannot stop us. We will come for them and destroy them.
Did you guys see
Uh-oh.
that everybody? So remember how BuzzFeed was really big in the 10s?
Sure, yeah.
And like everybody wanted to work there.
The 10s, the 11s, the 12s,
the 2010s,
the 13s.
What do you want me to say?
The 14s,
the 10s from 2010 to 2020,
even the 15s.
If you were to say it like that to me, you're insinuating that if we're talking about the 13s,
Yeah,
that
BuzzFeed's
means
real popular in the 10s
13
and the old aughts.
15, 13, 18, 13, 19, 13, 2013. I'm just saying that's how my brain interprets that. Anyways, BuzzFeed in the 10s was really popular. I'm sure everybody knows, or maybe just I know.
It was popular.
Now all these people are coming out who worked there during the 10s and were like, they were slave drivers. We had to work 16-hour days. They made it look glamorous. And so many people left there with like actual mental breakdowns. It's sad.
I believe it. I mean, all those news outlets were like that.
That's such a funny idea, though. It's like, you better stay until 2 a.m. making this quiz about what kind of potato you are. And if I don't get russet, you're fired.
Everyone gets russet. The russet potatoes paid us to make it russet.
I remember there was one time I did when it was like, what kind of onion are you? And I got Vidalia. I was like, what other kind of onions even are there? That's like the only one I knew off the top of my head.
Red, yellow, sweet.
Are those
white.
Different onions? You're just describing how onions look. Is that their species?
Yes.
That's their name.
Oh, well,
red
how am I
onion.
supposed to know that? No one teaches you this.
I love a red onion. I'm just going to say it.
Okay.
Well, I love Vidalia onions because I have kinship with them according to BuzzFeed.
Apparently you're a Vidalia onion guy, and that's okay.
I love the onion.
Okay.
The
onion is good.
Yeah.
The onion is good.
Must be really challenging for them to come up with headlines that are more insane than what's actually going on.
Yeah, really. It'd be funny if they just started reporting the news now. Like you know what I mean? They just we're just going to report the news now.
We
don't even have to.
Fake.
We don't have to make fun. We don't have to make fake titles anymore. We're just going to actually tell you what's going on.
But you know what?
That's probably what is happening.
I would have said the same thing too about like South Park though. Like, what can they possibly do that's more wild?
Dog,
and then they released that episode.
Was insane.
What a brutalization that was.
That was insane.
Where's the lie?
And then Paramount, they have a watchdog now that's at the studios that's going to report any defamation of Trump back to him directly. It's insane.
That guy's just going to live at the South Park studios. It's like
they just made him Saddam Hussein, which I think is even funnier. Like, I think that's more of an insult than the tiny wiener thing. But yeah, anyways.
They just included the tiny wiener thing just as like, just in case you missed the point, guys.
Yeah, just in case. Come on, Satan. Like, I loved it, dude. He's just, it's so funny. Those guys are my favorite. And they just signed that. It was like billions of dollars. They knew exactly what they were doing.
Yeah, $1.5 billion over the course of 10 years.
Literally like walked out, fingers up in the air, just walking around like this. Like, I love it. I'm so happy for them. I love Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
No, that was the ultimate like
genius. Yeah, that was great.
Like, yeah, now we got the contract signed, so here you go.
Yeah. Hey, I did switch my desk, folks. Not that any of you care, but I do have my camera's flipped, but it's Supernaturals. Rebellion de Grauwen.
Is it de Grauwen?
De Grauwen.
De Grauwen.
Yeah. Which we need to watch again, and I think we should do it soon. I'm feeling it. Mal, maybe you could join us for that one. It's a banger because when you first watch it on Tubi, you literally cannot tell who's who on the screen because the quality is like, they didn't even have P yet. It was like,
they're using like an really poor quality rip from it.
Like someone filmed it in their living room of like the rip of.
It was really blurry. It was hard to tell who people were.
Yeah. So
Supernaturals is a piece of old Dark Side Drive-In lore. And I know you haven't gone back and listened to all the old episodes, but it was one of the first times that Shane chose poorly.
Yeah, but guess what, guys? Not the last. Speaking of not the last, Stefan.
Wow, what a transition! My God,
transition.
Who can even be stopped right now?
I'm like a transformer. Yeah. Get the whole like thing going on.
Sorry, I just got a text from Hasbro. Cease and desist.
Yeah, right.
It's crazy how they listen in the whole time.
Optimus is just knocking on my front door.
My God. Tell him I said hi.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to lead to is, so back to Doom Asylum, the movie we're here to talk about 30 minutes into this.
You guys are never going to have me back. I feel like I'm so distracted.
We should have known.
Mal, surprisingly, this is not, sometimes it takes us an hour to get out of the intro. We have some episodes from the middle times, as I call them, where the episode's like 4 hours long. And we were like an hour out of the intro. It was insane. We talked about the weirdest shit, but I miss those days.
That's why
days are over, boys.
Well, that's kind of why we spun up intermissions to just do what we want.
So we sure did.
We could use that as an outlet. It's done an okay job of keeping us on task. Not today, apparently, but other days. Anyhow, back to what I was going to do before I was interrupted again. Doom Asylum, cast and crew. And Mal, you're kind of new to this, so the idea is I'm going to just name the people and then what they do, what they've done. Feel free to jump in if you, in your course of like reading stuff on IMDb, found some fun facts, or if there's something in their credits that you think is a glaring omission, be like, whoa, how dare you? And then bring it up.
I feel like you already know there's going to be at least one actor in this that I'm definitely going to have some things to say about.
I might just let you take that actor.
Is it Kristen Davis?
I guess we'll have to find out.
Let's find out. Starting with director and co-writer Richard Friedman. Thank you, Shane, for pulling him up on IMDb so I could see his face.
Yeah.
Some of his credits, Death Mask, Stephen King's Golden Tales. Here's some real cool heavy hitters. 4 episodes of Tales from the Dark Side, 2 episodes of Friday the 13th, the series, and an episode of Monsters, hitting all of the greatest hits of my TV show preferences. Scared Stiff, Phantom of the Mall, Eric's Revenge, Shadow of a Stranger with Harmful Intent, Ground Zero, Dark Wolf, but like one word, but like the W's capitalized. Halfway to Hell.
It's cool.
The Get Together 1 and 2, so we got to continue the story of that get together. Acts of Desperation, and then Thou Shalt Not Kill, which I have to imagine is a sequel to what was it, the Larry Cohen one? Thou Shalt Not Kill, except. Remember that? Anyone? No? Whatever.
I do. I'm just looking it up.
Sorry.
I don't think so.
No, I know it's not. It came out like 20 years later, and it has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, this just came out this year.
Oh, yeah, no, I meant the original Thou Shalt Not Kill came out in like the late 80s, early 90s, or maybe even late 70s, because Larry Cohen had a long career.
He had pretty busy 10s.
Oh, you talking about Friedman?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a lot of credits, for sure. He's been working. Probably based on the strength of this movie alone, honestly. Moving on to the other 2 writers that are credited with this thing. We have Rick Marks and Stephen G. Mencken. Kicking it off with Rick Marks. Oh, that looks like a lot of porn. That's porn, buddy. That's pornography. Wanda Whips Wall Street, for example, is not a children's movie. Luscious is not a children's movie. Roommates, but like I'm sure you know what they mean. Nasty Girls, porn. Then some ones that aren't.
Nasty Girls.
There's some
Hey,
that
what
aren't.
about
though.
The Naked Stranger?
Is it rated X?
All right, let's take a guess. What are we thinking?
I'm gonna say that it actually isn't. That it is some kind of thriller.
Okay, Mal, what do you think?
No, I think it's Oscar.
Do you think it's sleaze or slash?
No, I think it's a drama. I think it's an Oscar-worthy drama.
Oh, take that, Elon Musk, you bitch!
It says adult right there.
Ruining Twitter. He really ruined Twitter. You just allowed Twitter to breathe.
Can I get into Okay. Continue.
No, I promise it was not good. Please go on.
You can't. You can't go editing.
I
yourself.
would love to come on here and just talk about porn. I just feel like that's not what we're supposed to be doing.
That's not the project of this podcast. We can.
That's our other show.
That's the other one. Oh shit!
Like the Dark Side Drive-In after midnight.
Insert porn music.
I guess.
You just do horror themed porns.
We don't have enough time. There's so many. We had a whole segment about that. We called it Sleaze or Slash. We made a character named Fritz, who's a knockoff of oh my god, Steph, who's the actor?
Peter Lorre.
Peter Lorre. Yes. It is Sleaze or Slash. And
That's right. I forgot that he hasn't been
yeah.
back since. He's mad that
He
we don't
hasn't.
do it
No,
anymore.
Dark-Eyed Dave won't invite him back.
Well, they did have a falling out.
They did.
Back to Rick Marks, though. We only covered his porn. He did some other stuff. Preppies, Tenement, Warrior Queen, Gore, Firehouse. Firehouse, he's actually going to be reunited with another performer in this. Dead Man Walking, Platoon Leader, Captive Rage, Gore 2, Dragonard, Trapped. So see, he had some non-porn stuff.
Mhm.
Although now they say it Trapped could be porn. Oh, well. Moving on to Stephen G. Mencken, the other writer credited.
It's not rated, so probably.
Oh, jeepers.
Oh,
What is
yeah,
it?
dude.
6.7? What? Oh, okay. Yeah. Can you imagine going on IMDb and rating a porn movie? That's dedication to your craft.
Should we read the reviews?
No. We should.
Modern and unconventional. The name of this top review. That's great.
We should do a segment where I read the review and you have to guess the movie.
That would be a fun segment. Anyhow, back to the other writer, Stephen G. Mencken.
The sticky fingers of, what does that say? I'm so
Of
sorry.
time.
Stefan.
Sticky fingers of time.
I thought we were still talking about porn. I saw sticky fingers and thought,
No.
It's not.
who would have
It's
with
a
all that porn on his
LGBT
resume.
romance, I think.
Cute. Sticky fingers is awful. That name is just bad. Sorry.
That's why I don't eat chicken wings anymore.
Sticky fingers.
Yeah, I hate that tactile sensation of like sticky fingers after eating wings, and
You got to
no
go
matter how
bone
many-
swings, baby.
No matter how many times you wash them, they never come clean.
They never come clean.
Same thing how I feel after I've committed my atrocities. My hands never get clean. But back to Stephen G. Mencken. This is only writing credit. He's a producer on Mondo, New York, Driving Me Crazy, Conquering Space, The Final Cut, Love God, and The Love Machine. And he also has an acting credit in this. We'll get there. Stay tuned. Next up is music. We have Jonathan Stewart and Dave Erlanger. So let's just get into it right now. Jonathan Stewart is responsible for that off-brand Save-A-Lot version of House of the Rising Sun that they did.
So good.
The animals would like a word with you, sir.
No, just the fact that they like get murdered or like die during it. I don't know.
Sure, that makes it. But the funny thing is, one of his other credits is Tiger Warsaw for Jonathan Stewart. And he also is credited for using House of the Rising Sun in
The
that.
same version.
I think he just wrote like a terrible off-brand House of the Rising Sun and just kept putting it in stuff.
There's like directors like, you know what? We love this.
Well, here's the thing. The House of the Rising Sun is like based off of like a folk song. So it's like public domain. Anyone can write a version of it. So I feel like he's just cashing in on the renown of the Animals version and doing his own version. And people are like, yep, give this guy like $1,000. Now he's a musician.
I had a friend once. We went out on his boat for the
See,
day.
the story. That's all. That's I had a
I
friend.
also had a friend once.
God. That's sorry about that. I had a friend once who took us out on his boat and he felt so cool. And he brought this CD that he made and he had hyped up the CD all morning and he put it in. It's the only thing we had to listen to for the whole 12-hour day on this boat. And it was just 12 different covers of House of the Rising Sun. And that's all it was. And that's all we had to listen to for 12 hours on this boat. It was the most insane thing I've ever experienced.
Were any of them the Sons of Anarchy version? Okay.
I can see why you said you had a friend though, because I
Yeah,
definitely wouldn't
yeah.
be friends with this
The
person
past
after
tense.
that. Like, yeah, that's some kind of like psych experiment he was performing on you guys.
And like, do you swim back? Like, what do? You're like stuck on that boat. Like, you like those. You watch those movies. You're like, why would someone murder someone on a boat? You're like, well, I can tell you.
I was real close that
Yeah,
day.
harpoon gun be damned. Just,
After the fourth time going around the House of the Rising Sun.
I guess his mom was a tailor. I don't know. Like, we have to stop.
It was his mom's boat, actually. It was his mom's lake house, his mom's boat. And he talked for hours. He was like, I made the CD just for this day.
Was he like self-aware? Was this like an inside joke for him?
You know, I don't know.
We should probably send
I
the
should
FBI
go back
up
and
there.
say that also wasn't my direct friend. It was a boyfriend at the time, his friends. But it was still insane. It was the most insane
Nice.
thing.
All right, no notes. Perfect anecdote. So the Jonathan Stewart, again, Tiger Warsaw with that House of the Rising Sun, and then Luminous Motion. That was all the credits I saw for him. Dave Erlinger only had Defense Play. That was his only credit that I could find. So not a ton of credits for these guys. Moving on to, I'm going to cover both some people from special effects and somebody from special makeup effects. For special makeup effects, I'm just going to mention Vincent J. Guastini. We already covered him a bit in Elves, as everyone knows, that classic bit with the elf with the gun. Remember that time that elf just like blicked that dude down with his gun?
Sure did. Just fucking blasted him.
Yeah. After murdering people with elf claws the rest
He's
of the
actually
movie.
the hero.
Yeah, the elf that killed a bunch of teenagers is actually the hero because he also kills Nazis sometimes. Well, I mean, how many teenagers did you sacrifice to kill Nazis? At least one. Oh, that wasn't rhetorical, guys. Tell me how many teenagers you sacrificed. 4. All right.
I'm not allowed to talk about that.
Okay. Yeah. The answer was in the thousands. All right. But yeah, Guastini, do you want to talk about any of his credits real quick, just as a drive-by?
Yeah, dude. One big one.
All right. Is it Requiem for a Dream?
It's Spookies.
Oh, yeah. Did we talk about him during Spookies, too?
I don't think we did.
Remember. Yeah. Obviously, Spookies is one of the finest films put to screen.
The finest 2 films.
The finest 2 films that were like an unholy matrimony put
an
to
amalgamation
celluloid.
of just pure film.
Yeah. But no, he had some good stuff. Scrolling, VHS Viral. Oh, wait, that's the worst VHS. The Taking of Deborah Logan. You know, some good stuff there. I, Frankenstein.
It's a great movie. I love that movie.
The Taking of Deborah Logan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I had low expectations going into it, and quite frankly, the last 30 minutes just won me over.
Did you find one that I'd hate? Is it World War Z?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we talked about him enough.
World War Z?
Don't.
What? Did you just meet me?
You don't have to talk about it. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, I will. I'll talk about my hate of World War Z all day. I'll scream it to the mountaintops. Because I really love the book World War Z, and I hope one day they make a movie about it, because they certainly didn't with that one.
But his kids got to watch it.
Oh, yeah, he made a zombie movie he could watch with his kids, because he's a hack. That's why I'll never forgive Brad Pitt. I still haven't gotten over it. I still haven't watched a single one of his movies since. Oh, that's not true. I watched the train one.
And Inglourious Bastards.
That wasn't after that, was it?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was before it.
Also, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is great.
Wouldn't know that because I won't watch it because I also don't like Quentin Tarantino. And I will say that, as much as I like Vincent J. Guastini, he also has I Am Legend on his list, which is another of the.
Sure does, dude.
Jeez.
But he's helping though. This wasn't his fault.
Next thing you know, they're going to make a terrible version of Catch-22, and he's going to be the one who does special effects for that. He's just going to attack all my favorite books personally. Insert the Michael Jordan, and I took that personally. Moving on to special effects, we got Paul Riley and R.S. Cole. R.S. Cole specifically for monster design. Paul Riley's real easy. He just had this. But R.S. Cole has a few interesting ones. Naked Gun 33 1/3, The Final Insult. The Relic, Mimic, Creature, Arachnid. Often doing creature design in those. But I have to imagine doing creature design in Arachnid is really easy. It's just a spider, but bigger. There you go. There's your design, dude. Done. But yeah, I just wanted to bring those guys up. I feel like I unceremoniously have left Vincent J. Guastini. Did you guys want to talk more about him?
No.
I got too mad. I'm all flustered now.
I'm sorry.
No.
Should we take a breath? Do we all want to pause and do a breathing exercise?
No.
Just making sure.
Moving on. Oh, that was all I was going to cover, by the way, with crew. I'm going to move on to cast now. If you guys had anyone that I missed in crew that was a glaring oversight, if there's somebody in the editing team that you're like, wow, dude, what are you doing?
Nope.
I like that both of you are responding non-verbally by shaking your heads in our purely audio medium. It's yeah, cool, guys. Good work.
Yep.
I guess I'll forgive Mal for this because it's her first time around the block with us. But Shane, after 3 years.
After 3 years.
All right. Well, then moving on, as they say, moveon.org, as they say. We'll move to Mitch Hansen, as played by Michael Rogan, our deformed and wisecracking with only the funniest one-liners murderer. So Michael Rogan's credits include Punch the Clock, Basket Case 2. Have you ever seen Basket Case 2? Either of you?
I have not. His character name, Man with 27 Noses, does seem interesting, though.
Okay, so yeah, Basket Case 2, the idea is the brothers on the run now get taken in by a lady who has a bunch of freaks in her house. And you're like, oh, is it freaks like people who have like, you know, like a traditional carnival freak show kind of thing?
Yeah.
It's like, no, these are actual mutant monster people.
Nice.
She has a house full of them. It's amazing. They are actually pretty chill until they decide to start killing people.
That's usually how those movies go.
I know, right? Like, who would have thought? But yeah, back to Michael Rogan. He had like 1 episode stints in a bunch of interesting shows in Living Color, Wings, Midnight Caller, and then 6 episodes of Tribeca, and that's about it. It's kind of a small amount of credits for having top billing in this movie.
Yeah.
But there he is. I like how his IMDb picture is his picture from this. All right, Shane getting a little ahead of me, but that's fine. We're moving on to Kiki LaRue and Judy LaRue, as played by Patty Mullen. Really only 2 other credits, an episode of The Equalizer, and then probably her star-making turn as the titular Frankenhooker in Frankenhooker, the Frank Henenlotter classic. I think we might have brought that up a little bit during Basket Case, because that was our last Frank Henenlotter joint.
Yeah, we did. Oh, and then we watched Brain Damage.
Oh, yeah, we did.
That was a fucking wild movie.
I will tell you this, I've watched Brain Damage again since, and I think I'm softening on it. I might be ready to do it.
We were also hammered.
Yeah. But you'd think we would have been, like, more desensitized because of that, but I feel like we were actually really sensitive for some reason.
I guess.
So this is in bad taste.
It was weird.
we must have been drinking very fancy whiskey because we accidentally became the moral police. That's what rich people drink when they go to those like smoking clubs where you have to be really quiet, and then they decide how the reins of power will be wielded. All right, moving on. But that's about it for Patty Mullen. Yeah, Frankenhooker's good though. I recommend it. She never acted in anything after that too. She retired from like the film industry. I think the only other thing she was like really well known for at the time was she was like the 1988 like Penthouse Pet of the Year or something for Penthouse. That was like
so. What wasn't the reason she retired because of that? This is why. That's why he got in a lot of trouble, right? The exploit scene in that movie, right?
In Frankenhooker?
Or am I misremembering things?
I don't really recall that being a problem.
Okay, never mind.
Do you have any receipts?
I was mistaken.
Can you produce some receipts to prove your point?
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, all right.
Oh, shit.
For those at home, he flipped me off.
It's crazy.
It reminds me of the Moonanites from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. It's like, can you see it? Because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
Yes, sir.
We're never gonna get through this episode. My God. All right. Let's keep on trucking. Let's move on. I actually moved down to the main cast, and I'll double back to these guys. So we're going to move down to Mike, as played by William Hay. Just this for him. So real easy. That was fast. One of his IMDb photos is him getting tortured in this movie.
So good.
So awful.
It better be his real foot.
Or is it?
I don't know. It looks, I don't know. I have no point of reference for whose foot it is.
Or do you?
No, I don't. What do you mean? You can't just say, or do you, and then be like, oh, suddenly a revelation happens.
Not making fun of his
Robin
character because, like, because he's like, we're gonna go left or right.
You're indecisive.
Yeah, that became his real like character flaw that led to his being hoisted by his own petard, I guess. Next up, though, is going to be Jane, as played by Kristen Davis. I think I'm going to pass the buck over to Mal for this one.
Great. I am here to talk about Sex and the City and Kristen Davis. I have countless pieces of trivia in my brain about Sex and the City. Do you guys want to ask me anything about it?
No.
Have you guys ever watched Sex and the City? Let's start there.
Yes.
I saw some clips on TikTok.
Kristen Davis, the brunette of the group, she plays Charlotte. And I'm pretty sure her character in Sex and the City is the same exact character she plays in Doom Asylum.
I assure you it
Just
isn't.
20 years early. I know what you're referencing, and I have a feeling we'll get to that. But I always love Kristen Davis, but I do feel like she gets pigeonholed into the same character in anything I've ever seen her in.
Is she like also a know-it-all in that too?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Another consistent thing with Kristen Davis that we get to see in Doom Asylum and we also get to see in Sex and the City. Great ass on Kristen Davis. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Just all of it is great. They talk about it in Sex and the City. She hates it. Everyone else loves it. And now, if you guys didn't know, they're doing an old people version of Sex and the City called And Just Like That. Kristen Davis reprises her role as Charlotte and still has such a great ass.
Cool.
And that's all I have to say about that.
Writing down in my notes.
Great ass.
Yeah, do it in the
I got
from
chatting
the
here.
Son of a Woman, the Al Pacino.
Oh yeah.
She's got a great ass.
Great ass.
Look, nobody else can see this, but we can. That's And Just Like That. And the fashion is ridiculous, but I love it.
Well, I'm just glad that they all still get work. And hopefully Chris Noth gets some work too, because that's the only other character I know about is Chris Noth plays a guy who dated Carrie, I think, at one point in Sex and the City.
Probably. I'd have to see.
I think his name was Big or something.
Mr. Big.
Oh, Chris Noth. Yes,
Chris Noth.
Mr. Big. Love him.
Yeah, he was a detective in Law
They
and Order.
killed
That's how I
him.
know him. What?
So they spent all of Sex and the City with the back and forth. Carrie and Big, are they going to get together or are they not? And that's the whole thing. They get together and then we have the first movie and they're supposed to get married and then he leaves her at the altar.
To die.
And then she kills him.
Yes.
And then she kills him.
She tries. Actually, Charlotte beats him with a bouquet of flowers. And it's actually one of the most heart-wrenching scenes. I cry every time I watch it. Second movie, Carrie cheats on Big. And then when we come back to And Just Like That, 20 years later, they kill Big in the second episode.
Folks, this has been our Sex and the City
There we go.
ASMR.
Yeah, ASMR.
This has been the Sex and the City Quarter with Mallory.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it every single time I'm on here.
Okay.
The funny thing is, it does seem like this is like a backdoor pilot episode for Mal's own podcast about Sex and the City.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Starring
then the
us.
city's like the fifth character. That's something I got from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Wherever,
Yeah.
like, do you ever see that episode?
Oh,
That
so
episode of
good,
Brooklyn
dude.
Nine-Nine,
It's
wherever
so funny.
Andre Brower has to, like,
Yes.
Captain Holt has to pretend that he likes Sex in the City.
Well, that leads me
Uh.
into the question I've been waiting to ask you guys.
Okay.
Who are you in Sex and the City?
The cat.
Wait, is there a cat in Sex in the City?
Actually, there is one. That
I guess I would choose to be,
Not the annoying one.
yeah, which one? I don't know their characters. I guess I'll be the one with red hair. She seems like she's got it together.
That's the annoying one.
Oh, no.
Miranda. Whoa, shade.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so Stefan, I'm going to tell you you're wrong.
Oh.
You're absolutely not Miranda.
Okay.
Hey, wait a
You're
minute.
not
Hold
going to
on.
know what
So
this
why'd you
means
ask me if you're
Science
just going
can
to tell
fix
me?
this.
because I wanted you guys to tell me who you think you are so that I can tell you that you're wrong on who you actually are.
Okay, so I'm not Miranda. Who am I really, though?
BuzzFeed will tell
I
us.
don't know that the audience is right for this. I think Stefan is a Carrie.
Well, I am a successful New York writer.
which is this Sarah Jessica Parker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think Stefan is Carrie.
All right, Stefan, here we go.
I'm not doing another BuzzFeed quiz. Certainly not.
You got to. It's already
for
up,
this.
dude. Pick one of Carrie's lows. Mr. Big.
It's going to be Mr. Big,
Hayden
obviously.
Shaw. Not Jack Berger?
No.
What?
Jack Burr is the worst.
All right, so you pick Mr. Big.
Yeah, of course.
Like, ugh.
Alexander Petrovsky is sexy.
Well,
What's this?
no accounting for taste, I suppose.
What's the city of your dreams? You got Paris, London, Venice, Dubai, Tokyo, Mumbai, Amsterdam, New York City, or Berlin.
For a long time, it would have been Berlin, but now that I have a friend who lives in Tokyo, I think it might be Tokyo.
Love it. Pick one of Miranda's love interests.
Skipper.
Skipper
SS Venture. This is
Oh.
InGen Harbor Master. Do
What's
you
your
copy
style
over?
like, Stefan?
Huh?
What's your style like?
I guess whatever.
All black everything?
I don't wear all black everything, just black t-shirts every day for the last
So vintage?
20, 30 years.
Would vintage be
I don't think so. I mean,
goth?
I don't think goth.
No, Stefan's not goth.
Classic?
I don't think that's true.
Whatever. I'm going to say
I
whatever.
think it's, yeah, give Stefan whatever.
Just give me whatever.
Pick one of Charlotte's love interests. Is that David Draymond from Disturbed? It's not. You should pick the guy from Twin Peaks.
Kyle MacLachlan? Yeah, I'll go with
Yeah.
him.
Sick. Which TV show would you marathon on a night in? Oh, I said The Crow, The Crown. Damn, these all suck. Actually,
I don't think there's
I
ever
I
been a
love
season
Friends.
of Stranger Things that I haven't binged all at once, so
All right,
I'll
let's
probably
do
go with that.
All right, another set of lovers for Samantha. That guy turned out to be a kind of crazy actor in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, who's that actor, the guy in the bottom left? Isn't
That's the dad from Dexter.
Yeah, that's Raiden from Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Go with him.
What's your sign?
Cancer.
Yes, it's Cancer. Thank you, Mel.
Pick someone to get coffee with.
Oh, man. Magda.
Finally,
Great
what
choice.
makes you
Great.
so damn awesome?
I'm employed.
I mean, I am employed, but I would say that I'm fun. Oh, you're funny?
No, you.
You're Carrie.
Well, you chose something I didn't choose for the last one.
Oh
but
my god! All
I
right,
guess
we'll retake it.
But no, Mal was right. I'm Carrie.
You are also funny, and yes, you are Carrie.
All right, cool.
If there are any Sex and the City fans, they're gasping right now.
Eric, looking at you.
Shade, who are you?
Huh?
We don't have to do the whole quiz, but you've seen
Uh,
Sex and the City.
I'm probably Kristen Davis.
You are. That's what I was going to say.
Damn.
You're so a Charlotte. You are such a Charlotte, Shade.
Thanks.
What are you? Which one are you though, Mal?
I used to believe it, and then I resisted it for a long time, and now I'm back on the train. I am Samantha.
That's fair.
That's
That's
all.
a fair one.
There's not much reaction.
I don't know.
Again.
Is that the Kim Cattrall one?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that
Yes.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Don't fight your fate. All right, let's move on from this entire thing. I'm not even going to name any of Kristen Davis's other credits. There are others, but who even cares? We know what she's known for.
Yeah, it's mostly Sex and the City, and that's it. A couple of shitty rom-coms.
Next up might be my favorite character in the entire movie, Darnell, as played by Harrison White. His first credit that I saw after this blew my mind. It is Schindler's List. Shane's looking it up to confirm.
There's another good one in there,
What?
too.
Oh, he plays. Oh my god!
Yeah.
No, I remember this.
Mm-hmm.
He's
What the
got
f-
good things on here.
No, he's got good ones. Yeah,
He's
7
got great ones.
or C7 in. He's in L.A. Noire, the video game. He's in the newer The Muppets. I Got the Hookup, Mermaid,
Yep.
Space Jam: A New Legacy, Kill Her, but like Kill Her, like it's like one word. Resurrected, Cicadas, Venice the series. He's 51 episodes of that. He's got a lot of credits. And he deserves it because he rules. He was so fun in this. And not to play my hand, but he dies way too soon, and I think it's problematic.
I'll wait to talk about this when we talk about the plot description, but
We'll get there. All right, moving on. Dennis is played by Kenny L. Price. Oh, just this. Easy. Moving on. Tina is played by Ruth Collins. Firehouse, which I'd mentioned earlier. Galactic Gigolo, Lurkers, Blood Sisters, New York's Finest, Cemetery High, which Cemetery High is actually an all right movie. I watched that one time. Death Collector, Deadly Embrace, Party Girls, Dead Boys Can't Fly, but Boys with a Z. Hell Roller, Witch Academy in 1995 was her final credit.
Wait, which Academy?
Yes,
This is Tina, right?
correct.
I thought it was interesting. I had found, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong here, that she was credited as the lead dancer in a Beastie Boys music video.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
Sick.
Yeah, she was a lead
Which I
dancer
just
in
think
that.
is fun.
That is cool. Yeah, you don't usually put music video things in, but I guess I should have. That one was interesting. I just didn't.
Did you guys see all the Tina-related graffiti that was in the background of almost all the scenes?
It was usually just boobs and it said Tina above them.
Yeah, but they were like, dude, they were everywhere.
There were a lot of them, yeah, for sure.
I have several specific comments on the graffiti in this place.
There's a
Because
lot
I
of
could not look at it.
there's a
and
lot
not
of
just see the
graffiti.
same shit.
Were they
Yeah.
permitted to film here at this location?
Yes.
Were they permitted to paint all over the walls?
I don't know how much of that already existed and how much of that they did, to be honest.
Oh, I promise you the Tina Tit thing was
Well,
not
yeah,
there when they got there.
I'm almost certain that wasn't like, yeah. But because they, like, if you look in the, what was it, the IMDb's what do you call it, trivias, it was shot on location in the actual abandoned sanitarium in Verona, New Jersey, at the Essex Mountains Sanatorium. I mean, I guess it doesn't say that they had permission, but it doesn't say that they didn't.
I feel like that would be a thing that they would talk about.
Yeah, so it's gone now, though. It was like in the early 90s, it was totally destroyed. But there's some really awesome graffiti, I guess, if we want to mention that. Like, one of them was like Metallica's Kill 'Em All was spray painted in the chapel, which I thought was rad. There's a lot of music ones. I saw some Ozzy Osbourne ones, like Black Sabbath.
Mm-hmm.
Too soon.
I do, yeah, respect.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything disrespectful. I'm just saying it was there.
Nobody's saying that.
He said it was too
We're
soon.
offering our own respects.
Okay.
I will say, talking about the graffiti, I do feel like they did a majority of it when they set up for this movie because it all feels so perfectly placed. It's very satanic panic, right? Like, it's just tits and upside down crosses and a bunch of metal band names.
Yeah.
It feels so forced that I don't believe that was the natural graffiti. The natural graffiti that just grows.
Yeah, the natural graffiti, as you have. Yeah. Just like naturally occurring werewolves will show up. Yeah, there were some really cool bands I didn't expect to see. Exodus, which is a thrash metal band that I love, like, was represented. Suicidal Tendencies was up there. Led Zeppelin, but they've put Dead Zeppelin, which I'm like, that could be disrespectful, or maybe it's just playing up on the creepiness of the area. But as long as we're in trivia and we're still on Ruth Collins, did you know that she was paid $100 to show her boobs in this movie?
I have a whole thing I want to talk about with that.
Well, the reason I bring it up is because I don't know if you ever listened to our episode on Spookies, Val, which we've already brought up once today, but there's actually a character in that was supposed to be paid to take her top off, but they refused to give her the money, so she refused to do it. So when the zombies are attacking her, they rip off her outer layer of clothing with abandon, but then they're very careful not to rip the inner layer. It's like very obvious.
Funny.
Yeah, it's very funny. You can tell, like, okay, we got the outer layer off now. That's all we're
like a banger track, though.
Yeah,
like,
this is all we're contractually allowed to do is just take off the top layer of clothes.
Well, then,
they have a legally distinct amount of ripping.
Well, the funny thing is, what was one of the other credits there is, like, that actress in Spookies, this was the only, like, Spookies is the only movie she didn't go topless in her entire career.
Yeah, that was
because they wouldn't give her the money she needed.
Hey, you know what? You got to set a firm boundary sometimes and stick to it.
No,
sure do.
That's healthy.
Yeah.
That's a healthy thing.
No, 100%. Like, that's it's just kind of crazy that this being a low budget kind of crappy film was at least able to come up with the money to do that. Whereas Spookies surely could have just paid, but didn't. Like, the producers in that cheaped out.
Would you say they paid her $100?
In this? Yeah. They paid Ruth Collins $100 for that one scene.
Am I pulling up the inflation calculator? Yes.
See how much money that would be in $25.
Probably $500.
That would count for about $32 with today's buying power.
Oh, you went the other way. Okay.
Oh, I see.
I didn't go the other way. That's how it was presented to me. Did you see me pause there and really think about it for a second?
Sure.
Okay,
I was really confused why the number was lower on the back end.
But either
Yeah.
way, it would be more
Here, let's do
money.
it this way. Let's do it this way. I have a workaround for this. Just kidding. Let's move on.
The point is, it would have been even more money now. So there you go. Like $100 in money back then, inflation now would be more. Who else do we got? Rapunzel is played by Farron. She's had producer and costume designer credits for The Maniac, Hell on My Mind, Maniac 2, Hell is Back. Not related to Maniac that we just did for the summer Tri-Slash-A-Thon. Priest, The Beginning of the End, S-Cam, and Gangster. So she had no other acting credits, but she had some other, behind the scenes credits. Godiva is played by Dawn Alvin. Just this. I can't believe that the strength of her strange accent and affectations didn't earn her more film work, but
I
there
couldn't
you go.
believe it.
And now we'll double back to the medical examiners played by Harvey Keith. He had Shrunken Heads, Don't Do It, and he did stunts in Stand By Me.
He was the
movie.
bees.
Wait, what?
He was the bees. Oh, that's My Girl. Never
My
mind.
Girl, yeah.
Wrong movie.
Jeez. Keep your coming of age tragic youth stories straight, dude.
My bad.
And then we have the assistant medical examiners played by Stephen G. Mencken, who we'd already mentioned earlier. And this is his only other acting credit. I don't think I mentioned it then, was Only the Strong. So there you go. That's the cast and crew. Anybody that I forgot that you guys want to bring up?
No. You did great.
I don't think literally there's not one other person in this movie. That's it. We named them all.
We named every human being. Actually, that's not true. There's a fake Shemp.
There is a fake Shemp.
Yeah. But I didn't remember who that actor was, so sorry.
Did we tell you?
Don't let me put you out.
Paul Giorgi.
Paul Giorgi, the fake
I
Shemp.
pulled it up. He was in a lot, actually. He had 56 credits, a lot of production assistants. He was also a director of a short, so yeah.
All right.
Nothing kind of note. He actually was a production assistant in Hunters, that new, speaking of Nazi hunting, the 2023 Hunters show that we talked about during Death Ship, because one of the titular
Hunters?
Death Ship, titular Hunter was in Death Ship. He was the first one to go because the ship was extremely racist.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
So
Yeah, the
cool.
Death Ship killed the only Jewish guy in the cast immediately.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Evil ship. All right. Well, then that's it for cast and crew. We're shutting it down. We're moving on to the plot description. All right. So since there's three of us, I'm still going to kind of do the general plot thing that I always do, but please weigh in when you guys have something you want to say.
Okay.
Don't be shy. Bring it up. Mal's raising her hand in an audio medium. What? Yes?
Is it? Well, you can see me.
I can see you, yeah.
Is it best for me to raise my hand?
Nah, just get in there.
I don't know. I feel bad interrupting.
Why? I'm just recounting a movie that we've all seen. I don't have any more expertise. Shane.
Hey,
We're going to frustrate stuff.
I might leave this in.
He raised his hand.
I might leave this in, dude. This might stay the whole time.
You raise your hand and then you just want to say, hey?
Hey, yeah, I just missed you, you know.
It reminds me of that episode of The Office wherever Idris Elba's there and then Kelly's like, hi. He's like, hi. And then Kevin's like, hi. He's like, hi. All right.
Love it.
Off to a
hot.
commanding start. We've already lost so much time with nonsense. All right. Open to, again, like the Shop and Save brand House of the Rising Sun playing. Is
like
it
the
confirmed?
Ames version.
Yeah.
Like the blue light special version of the animals.
Yeah, it's the version from, what was that? What's that? Dollar Tree. It's the Dollar Tree version of it.
No, it's the Family Dollar.
Do Family Dollars even exist anymore?
I don't think that's why I picked that one.
I seen Dollar Generals and I seen Dollar Trees, but I haven't seen Family Dollars.
Remember in like 2022 when inflation hit so bad they had to make things $2 and everyone was freaking out.
Yes.
It was awesome.
Devastating.
Was it?
I remember someone I went with someone to a Five Below, and they're like, because so many things are 5 and below, and then so many things weren't. I'm like, what is this? A store of lies?
I agreed to take my nieces there once, and I was like, you can each get 2 things. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'll spend $40 and they'll love me forever. Of course, they both come back at me with $20 items. I'm like, that's not what this store is supposed to be. And now I'm signed up to spend $100.
I need a manager right now.
Yeah, I need a manager. This is not what was advertised.
This is 5 and above. This is bullshit.
Oh, jeez. We did not get far in this movie before we were already derailed.
It's okay.
It is okay. So we get Mitch and Judy driving. Judy, again, is just played by Patty Mullen, who will also be playing her own daughter later.
Yep.
They're drinking and driving, drinking champagne as they drive because they're celebrating. They're celebrating because some $5 million deal that they said it was a lawsuit, but they also said he's an alimony attorney. So is she like suing her ex-husband for alimony or?
Yes.
No. We
No?
see later there's the newspaper that he's carrying around.
Oh, it says coal miners.
Has the picture of her
Yeah.
wins settlement. Yeah. Coal miner's daughter wins settlement or something like that.
So is it probably a
$5 million.
wrongful death case of some mine collapse? Luckily now we have OSHA that protects workers, right? No one's trying to like roll that back and defund it or anything, right? Trying to get rid of regulations that will be harmful to workers. That wouldn't happen here.
Hey, Stefan.
What?
I've got some really bad news for you.
Oh no! We'll take it offline. That's not for here.
Does Darkside Dave know he's forklift certified?
No!
The fun thing about Darkside Dave is he's been in so many mine collapses over the millennia. He's
caused
totally
so many mine collapses.
Well, he'll never admit it. I'm lying. He would totally tell you if he did it.
He's always been very open. Did you know that I'm old friends with Darkside Dave?
Oh, is it because of your witchness?
Yeah. He used to keep me around for a lot of like spell casting. He got really into dancing lights there for a while.
He did.
He told us about it.
I just cast it.
Yeah, he loves that.
Arcane cocaine.
Yeah. That's definitely one of his cantrips.
Well, no, it's mine. He needed me to cast it.
Oh, he didn't even light up his own cocaine?
Share that. He didn't even give you any credit for that, by the way.
Wow. We're going to have words with him. Luckily, he's very deep in video gaming right now, so he can't hear what we're saying. And he also doesn't have ears. But yeah, so Mitch and Judy, fresh off this deal, they're in a convertible. They're going to Palm Beach. Judy says they're going to ship her brat off to boarding school. That's Kiki, who we'll find later. It doesn't seem like a great mom, which is good because none of her friends are going to be very respectful about her dead mom. They start
Except
making
for
out.
One.
Yes. Well, one, yeah. One that may replace her mother.
Yeah, we'll get there. Jesus.
So like, they start making out with no regard for the road, results in a near collision with a van where, instead of colliding with the van, Mitch wrecks the car, like into a tree. He's crawling and bleeding all over the place. He finds her, but then he goes to grab her hand and, oh no, she's got a hand off. So,
what is she handing off?
The whole thing. The whole chunk. Yeah, Mitch is screaming and crying and tosses the hand aside, but later on, don't worry, he'll have it. You hear some sirens in the background, which is like incredible response time for this like somewhat rural area. But then Judy tells Mitch that she'll love him forever and not to worry about her, and she dies.
I also have to comment on the way her outfit has been so strategically torn to sexy shreds after the car wreck.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I mean, they hired Patty Mullen for this. They're not going to hide that light under a bushel.
I also love how they dug a hole and put her hand in the ground so they could hide her hand on her wrist.
Yeah, I actually thought that looked kind of like that was a real hand until then he picked it up. It's like, oh, that's fake hand.
Also, he's not that badly injured.
No, he actually seems like he's okay. Definitely well enough.
Like,
that they get some
what did he
vitals.
do? Like, was it like ticks or like what happened? Like,
Well,
It was a pretty aggressive case of lines.
Yeah, right? Like, what?
well, let's get into that. Smash cut
Okay.
to the autopsy room. The medical examiner and his assistant are starting on the autopsy of Mitch. Apparently, even though both are doctors, neither of them know how to check for vitals. Because and also I do love that the one Emmy, the main Emmy, he's like the more seasoned one. So he's like wearing sunglasses in the autopsy
so
room.
into it,
He's
yeah.
eating a sandwich.
I really want to talk about this. Just this pathologist being like the epitome of the 80s cool guy. Like, whatever, man, I'm inside wearing my sunglasses. I'm eating this sandwich during the autopsy. But it kills me because he's running around. He's like picking things up and cutting things and doing all this stuff. Never sets the sandwich down.
Oh, no.
Struggles to use one hand to do 150 things.
It was a good
Never
sandwich.
sets
It
the
looked like a
sandwich
good sandwich. I'm being honest. It looked good to me.
I don't even know that he had taken a bite yet.
I thought he did when we
I thought he
first
did.
him,
Yeah, that
but-
was like quick bite.
Yeah, because there's some time for us to get some like squeamish reactions from his assistant there, he's giving that whole like, oh, this kid's never gonna make it in the biz if he's squeamish over one little corpse. I don't even have to have my regular eyes. I can be sunglassed up. He actually was wearing sunglasses to hide the fact that he was on cocaine because it was the 80s. So. Did you guys ever watch the TV show Psych?
Yes.
And there's this one episode where they do like a hangover episode, and there's an episode where one of the cops has a black eye, and Sean Spencer's like, don't worry, well, when we go into the morgue, we'll all wear sunglasses so no one will be able to tell you have a black eye. And they go in and only the cop has sunglasses on, and then Sean and Gus don't. And then like the chief's like, why are you wearing sunglasses? And then Sean's like, we had all agreed, actually, as a new policy that we'll all wear sunglasses when we're here in the morgue. I simply forgot, and Gus has no respect for human life.
My gosh.
But yeah, so anyways, yeah, the body starts to twitch a little bit. The assistant is like, whoa, he's moving. The other guy's like, it's just rigor mortis. I'm like, I'm convinced this guy's not a doctor. I've watched ER. I know what rigor mortis is and isn't, and it's not that. It's not a hand moving.
His eyes are like moving around, like
yeah, he's like
opening and,
looking around. But we get another little bit of exposition that reminds us that he won this like settlement. It's like, this is the guy that won that giant settlement. It's like, he sure is. Anyway, let's cut his face off. So he takes a knife and cuts his face off. Only like half of it. He has like a two-face thing going on. It's kind of hard to tell if he's supposed to be a zombie or just like a really messed up face dude. He's definitely got some issues going on. So the assistant, the assistant goes to get the sauce that can slice into Mitch, and then that's when he notices all the movement. The Emmy, again, coughing, that's just rigor mortis, is moving. Then Mitch is like sits up. He's disgusted by his own appearance. He screams, "Where's Judy?" The Emmy's like, "Yo, she didn't make it." Mitch is like, "Okay, well, I hate you now." And then he takes the surgical knife that's just basically a knife. It's not even like a scalp or anything. And then he stabs the Emmy with it. And then a bucket
he stabs
of
the assistant first, and then he goes for the Emmy, who like backs himself into a corner.
Yes, correct. Okay. There you go. That's the blocking we all know and love. This is why I need you guys to chime in. I can't remember all the details. So we're treated to some pretty basic credits as the camera pans around the asylum, and they're playing one of those like tapes you get of like spooky sounds. You know, like
We wrote I have the exact same note.
Dude,
And can I tell you, I wrote down all the spooky sounds they made in order. Would you guys like me to go through it?
Yes.
All right. So we open with the spooky sounds collection. Immediately, squeaky door. Then we go into cats hissing. And then a bunch of guttural oohs and ahs. Then we move to a very demonic giggle. Back to squeaky doors. Then we get some owls hooting. Stefan's favorite, chains rattling.
you know it.
Moving, and I want to talk about that. There's something I really want to talk about regarding chains rattling. But let's finish the lyrics to this spooky sounds collection. We move into painful groans. Really painful. It hurt to listen to. Then we have some rustling wind, some witchy screams. Raven, I'm assuming a raven, caws.
Depends on their
Lady
budget. They might have had to use a
screams.
crow for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Potentially. That's why I prefaced it with that. I didn't know. Lady screams, and then the creepy organ makes his way in. We get some heavy footsteps, and then the organ takes us out.
And this is like a running
Classic
theme
spooky
for this movie. Like when they're outside, they went to a zoo and just like captured audio of like just animals, and then they just blare it. Like it's not even mixed well. They just like, it's like they're on site and they just crank the like volume up. Yeah, that was like, I've literally heard some of those animals at a zoo. There's like no way this would be in Jersey. So
Well, another thing though, so the only thing I wanted to comment on, perfect recounting, Mallory, amazing. I did want to say the first crying woman at the very beginning sounded like the witch from Left 4 Dead. It
did.
It was like, is this the sound effect they used for the witch from Left 4 Dead? It was terrifying.
There was another one too that the Door Creek, I think, is another. It sounds like it's the Door Creek from the one production studio. I can't remember, but yeah, like the sound effects sounded like they've been used over the years.
Oh yeah, these were definitely like someone had a soundboard that they got, and they're like, let's just push the buttons all together.
Yeah.
As we pan around this like abandoned asylum, seeing all the graffiti that we've already discussed, we don't have to reiterate, but
When I was little, and this is not a joke, I'm so dead serious when I say this, I've loved spooky stuff since I was a child, and I had a CD that was just Halloween spooky sounds.
That's
That's
awesome.
it. That's all it was, and I listened to it all the time.
I had something similar, but it, again, showing my age, probably, it was a tape. It was a cassette tape of spooky sounds. So there you go.
It was an 8-track.
Okay, chill out.
He played it in his iRock.
Did I ever tell you about the time I used to drive, like when my car broke down, my 1999 Pontiac Sunfire broke down?
That was the worst day of my life.
Well, you weren't around. This was high school. So, well, I mean, it broke down a lot, but this specific time I'm referencing was when I was in high school. And I needed to borrow a car, so I borrowed my grandpa's van that only had an 8-track player in it. So I would just play the West Side Story soundtrack, like driving around Titusville, blasting I Feel Pretty. It was perfect. It was the perfect vehicle.
When you're a jet.
Yeah. Oh, obviously. Yeah. That was West Side Story. So there you go. That was my story about 8 tracks. So before we move on, Mal, did you want to say something about it? It seemed like you're interested in talking about chains rattling, or do you want to get into that another time? Save that for another episode. Leave the people wanting more.
It's totally up to you. It's just one of my favorite things, and I ended up stealing it from you, and I use it often. But the first time this came up, we were all playing Among Us one night, and you got murdered, which you do quickly in that game. Sorry, I'm just gonna say you're not that good at Among Us, but that's okay.
What?
You're good at other things.
No, I would never pretend that I was good at Among Us.
But Stefan, because you all of a sudden you can talk to the ghosts, all the ghost chat going on. Stefan started asking people if they wanted to make spooky noises with him, and somebody bit. He hooked somebody, and the guy started making spooky noises, and Stefan dropped chains rattling.
Chain rattle.
Waited with bated breath to see if this guy was going to accept it, and he loved it. And now when I play Among Us, as soon as I die, I get right in chat, and I'm like, who wants to make spooky noises with me?
Yeah, Ghost Squad, let's go. Chain rattle, Door Creek. When
Well,
howling.
good news, Mal. You now have 15 more items for your repertoire from this movie.
I highlighted it and said,
in an order that would surprise you.
I thought it was a great composition.
Oh yeah, brilliant. So but yeah, so like that entire sequence ends with like the silhouetted personage of Mitch walking down a hallway ominously. There you go, scary. He now lives in this asylum, this doom asylum, some might say. Cut to the exact same highway from earlier, the exact same off-brand, Dollar Tree, Ross Dress for Less brand version of House of the Rising Sun is
They're
playing.
going to get their mileage out of that song.
Well, but he did it for 2 movies. He got more than his mileage out of it.
I'm just saying.
But so we get our new set of heroes accompanying Kiki, who looks exactly like Judy because that is her daughter and the same actress. Sitting on the top of the seat, we have Darnell, Jane, and Dennis. Darnell gets a little handsy with Jane, but she isn't into it and starts using psychobabble to confuse and upset him. Darnell he's convinced that there is in fact a murder at the asylum, as is Dennis. And then they're discussing specific instances where campers went missing or kids came back from the asylum with their faces slashed. And Jane's like, oh, it's probably just like some kind of bum or something. It's like, okay, so if it isn't the legendary murderer, it's still just a possible other murderer.
All those things could be true at once also.
Yeah, like she's like, it's probably just some bum. It's like, and you want to go to the place with the bum that may be murdering people? So, yeah, not a great way to like try to explain away this legend, you know?
I do want to point out that when we have this time jump from the past to the present, it's 10 years later, which you would not even know because when you look at what they're doing, it's the exact same 80s aesthetic as it was 10 years prior.
And the same song.
Yeah, same exact song.
Same everything. And so the implication that it's 10 years later.
I thought I fell asleep. I think it's the same car. I'm like, did I fall asleep and I accidentally restarted this movie when it was coming down with the bridge and everything? I'm like, it's
definitely another convertible, which is surprising that, you know, Kiki, knowing how her mother passed away, is like, let's go the same road with the same song to the same place as my mother died in a similar car. Like, what are the odds that lightning will strike twice? But yeah, anyways, the front seat, we have Mike and Kiki. You know, Mike is asking what's wrong, and she says, we're getting close to the place where my mother died. It's like, yeah, don't you know this? Isn't that the reason they're coming here? So to this day, I still don't understand why they're going here. Is it to investigate her mother's murder, or is it to sunbathe outside of an asylum? Because it seems like...
Well, okay, wait a minute. Was she murdered, or did she die in a car accident? Because we have to really
She died in a car accident.
She died in a car accident, so not murder.
This wasn't like a mystery of like, I wonder how my mom died.
Yeah, but other people have been maimed
or
murdered.
Disappeared. Yeah, like
that is the running question I've had every time I've come back and watched this movie is what are they doing? What's the point? Because they don't seem to be specifically going to look at the accident site. They seem to be, we're going to the asylum, but with no intention. We'll just stop at my mom's car wreck site. And then when we get there, so then, like you said, they just lay on a picnic blanket in their swimsuits.
In fact, I haven't gotten to it yet, but when we get to the part where she like sobs at her mother's, like the site of her mother's death, and she gets out, her friends are like, what are you doing? It's been 10 years. She's dead already.
I'm hungry. Yeah.
It's like, so why did you guys come here? Like, I still don't know why this abandoned asylum can't be that interesting of like a teenager's destination.
The thing is, they're not even drinking. Like, I feel like they would be sneaking away to go hang out in a field and drink or do drugs or something, right? Something they have to get away from their parents for. And no, they're just sitting there.
They're just going to hang out. Yeah. It's going to sit in the field out back. Like, we don't have those back home. So,
rare commodity these days.
Yeah. Nice places of unkempt lawn is a great place to like lounge. But yeah, so like, you know, Mike asks if she wants to turn back, but she's resolved to continue. Jane makes another one of her psychobabble marks, something about painful gestalt. I don't know. I'm not a understander of psychology. They come to a stop near the location where the mother had perished. Mike says that he and Keith will be back in a flash, unless it takes longer, or maybe we shouldn't go. Should we? And then that's when Darnell, Darnell like is like, make up your mind. And then a lot of hemming and hawing. So Mike's whole thing is he's indecisive. That's the point. We're not going to go into everything.
Such a weird character point.
Comedically indecisive.
Yes, it's almost the weirdest one. He and Kiki walk off and he tries to comfort her, telling her that if there's a heaven, he's sure that... But it's like, I'm sure your mother has a box seat. It's like...
Laying it on thick awkward. There, pal.
Yeah. Kiki does find a mirror belonging to her mother that's still there 10 years later at the scene of the accident.
I thought about this. I did, because do you think he went back, the killer went back and dropped some of her belongings off? Because that seemed more likely to me than just shoddy pickup. Like, because he's obsessed with her, right? So, like, It kind of tracks.
I would be inclined to agree, but that is like a roadside area that's like clearly kept up.
Sure.
So they would have run into that. So I think it's just bad filmmaking.
I agree. I do like the implication, though, Shane. You're giving it a little bit more of a backstory
I'm trying
than
here, you know?
than any of these characters have. I like giving him some depth. That he would plan that in hopes that one day.
Well, those jokes are
daughter
good, so I
comes
thought, you know, I was
by.
trying to give him some credit.
Those jokes are good. Oh,
I
his-
love them all.
beg
His
to differ
insurance,
from
liability
both of you.
insurance puns are on point.
When he says something about taking someone's case. Yeah, so yeah, she finds the mirror that belongs to her dead mother, you know, somehow still on the scene. But before Kiki can investigate further, like I said before, her friends are from the car yelling at her to hurry, and Jane's the one who's like, "Your mom died 10 years ago. Get over it, you idiot." And Des is like, "I'm hungry." So like really good friends, the best of friends.
Oh my god.
Mike comforts Kiki and tells her it'll be okay, or at least he thinks it will be. You know, that indecisiveness because he has her now. And he's like, "But that isn't any comfort because I'm not your mother and I never could be, but I can try." I'm like, what is this dialogue? And then she asks if she can call him mom, and he says, sure, starting one of the weirdest bits of the entire movie where she refers to him as mom throughout. And I thought
She
it was like
shuts
a
him
one-off
down,
joke
though.
at first, and then it turned out to be like actually most of the rest of the movie.
Like
until-
her shutting him down later, we'll
The
get
rest
to
of
it, was so good.
We will get to it. Okay. So we cut to car arriving at the asylum, including a condemned warning sign that cinematically falls just as they arrive. Mwah. Perfect. We hear some noises from within as Tina's band, which consists of her, Rapunzel, and Godiva, practicing, quote unquote. They're honestly just terrible music.
It was
just
bad.
mostly screaming in
just screaming.
tones. Yeah. Like I'm a metalhead and I like punk. Like I can get used to some Discord, but like that was a bit much. But they did have a chord keyboard. That's what mine is. I have a chord keyboard. That rules. And I'm just like, why hasn't Mitch already killed them? This must be the most annoying thing of all time for him.
I was thinking the same thing. Like he's like into it.
He's like sitting there listening. He's like, man, I wish he could kill these girls, but the movie hasn't started yet. So
Yeah, right.
I gotta wait. Yeah, no, yeah. Like it seems to be like they all have like an anti-establishment aesthetic. They're all dressed in black, kind of to differing degrees. I think like what like Tina has kind of a bra and then a skirt, like a short skirt on, kind
Like
of all in
studded.
black. Yeah, and she has like kind of
Very Madonna look.
Yes.
For everybody who's into like 80s.
and she has
pop
like long
culture
hair that's
music.
like crimped, kind of like to be, and then kind of spiked on the top a little bit.
She has 3 different hairstyles going on. So just to describe it for those who may not have watched it, her hair is pulled back in a high ponytail, except the front of it, which what I would assume would be bangs, are spiked straight up in a mohawk. That's important to know because there's some name calling coming later.
It
that
is,
points
yes.
this out.
Yeah, it's pointed.
And then the actual ponytail itself is permed on the outside. And then a long, luscious braid down straight through the perm.
Bingo. Yeah, she has a lot going on with her hair. And then Godiva, on the other hand, has like sort of like almost African style braids kind of going on. She seems very much like somebody who's stealing the aesthetic of another culture, which is ironic considering what she seems like she's trying to represent.
Well, then she says something later that's hilarious.
She does say some things later.
I can't wait.
She has sunglasses on. She has like a leather kind of like overcoat over like another black shirt, then like a peace sign necklace around her neck. Then finally Rapunzel. She is number one, the only black woman of these 3. She has like a kind of nice like black dress kind of thing going on, like with kind of a frilly skirt thing. She has like a
Corset
black
tutu.
Yes, corset tutu, and then like a black veil in her hair, kind of. So that's her look. So, there you go. Yeah.
Her makeup look is very Grace Jones. Again,
Yep.
I don't know that anybody else. Okay,
No, I get it.
perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
I know who
Take-
Grace Jones
spot on.
is. I know stuff.
I know you do.
But no, yeah, it's yeah. So they're all going for their specific aesthetic, but also all in black and clearly trying to be like anti-establishment.
And then if we were to, I guess, stylize the other one, it's The Cure. Like she's really into like
You're talking about Godiva with the
Yeah.
sunglasses.
the
The
pantsuit kind of.
I can see that. Yeah, she's the one who puts on the French accent affectation that isn't real, like kind of thing.
Yeah, I can't wait for that scene. It's gonna be great.
I feel like she's like Sinead O'Connor before.
Yeah, that's
Sinead
a good one.
O'Connor.
That's a good one. Yeah, Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah. So, anyways, as the main group approaches, they hear the sound of the music. Kiki asks what it is. Jane's simply dismissive, but Darnell recognizes instantly it's Tina and the Tots who play the local sewers, which is pretty funny.
It's so good.
Then Darnell's like, I'll take care of this. And he wanders into the asylum. Dennis isn't happy about this. He's like, don't do it. Something bad could happen. We cut back to the band as they play discordantly. Tina's really jumping around. She's going for it. I got to say, it must be at least an interesting show to watch. Darnell sneaks up, spies on them from the doorway, and as the music becomes scratchier and the singing becomes more and more screaming and discordant, the triumphant Darnell pulls the plug on their equipment, which causes some electricity to fly out for some reason.
It's insane. They cut the power, and then all of a sudden,
It's like
electricity
the pyrotechnics went off. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Darnell then returns to the group. Tina and her squad, Godiva and Rapunzel, head up to like this roof outcropping kind of thing where they can look down upon the other group. They have like a sort of like, oh no, what are these guys doing here? In her exaggerated accent, Godiva is like, shit, the bourgeoisie are here. Like, that's my best version of it, which might be just as good.
She's very anti-establishment.
I closed my eyes. It was like I was watching the movie again.
All right, let's chill out. Then we get to what was it? Rapunzel is not unhappy because her and Darnell are locking gazes.
I love this bit.
This is an awesome bit. Yeah.
So
I'm going to overlook the fact that they're the only two black people and just accept that it's just like a funny idea. So they like lock gazes. They're smiling at each other. Like Darnell's doing some kissing motions and some licking. And then we cut to a scene of both of them running through a field towards each other with their arms outstretched as like string music plays. By the way, did I mention that Darnell's has like a big silver necklace that says Darnell on it?
it's gold, yeah.
Is it gold? I thought it was silver.
It's gold.
Okay.
It has a big gold chain.
You know, one of the bits that I wish they would have played more on is the running towards each other. And it never happens, and I'm just gonna say it because it's not spoiling anything. But if they would have had a scene where they're running towards each other and the killer would have came up behind one of them, I think would have been like such a good film, or such a good shot for the film. But that never came to fruition because unfortunately we'll find out soon what happens to Darnell.
Well, I like how there's two versions of this fantasy scene, and the one is like this one where they end up embracing, and then like they kiss, and then they look into the distance together, like they're the end of I don't know some like 30s romance movie or something.
Sound of Music.
Yeah, sure. Sound of Music, famously romantic ending. Back in reality, though, Rapunzel says that hey, he's kind of cute. It's like, yeah, we just saw an entire sequence about it. I do like the fake strings they do though with like their keyboard. It's like they're really making the most out of the tunes they have, the tones they have on their keyboard. Tina is more eager for a confrontation, though. She's like, can't you see the sign says stay out? And then she does her laugh, which will happen many more times. Her very exaggerated laugh. If I could only explain how crazy this is.
My question was, when they were giving her notes about who this character wanted to be, do you think that they were like, have you ever watched He-Man? I'd really prefer if you were just Skeletor in this movie.
That's
that's
fair.
all I get
That's
from
fair.
this. Just these aggressive yelling one-liners followed by that very Skeletor laugh. I just think
I kind of got like heavy metal vibes from this crew too, like the movie,
the animated, like the yeah. No, I can see that too. Yeah, absolutely.
But no, definitely on the He-Man thing, like.
No, yeah, her affectation is nothing any human being would do, but maybe a skeleton man trying to, take over Grayskull, trying to get Eternia for his own. He might do it. Turn to his buddy. What's his one buddy's name?
that's the extent of my He-Man knowledge.
Oh man, I couldn't remember his name.
The
only
Beast
thing I
one?
think of was
Beastmaster?
the only thing I can think of was Man at Arms, and that's one of He-Man's buddies. So never mind.
Yeah.
I hope. Oh man, I hope my cousins don't listen to this specifically. I have a cousin and an uncle who would be disappointed in my lack of He-Man knowledge. So hopefully they don't listen to this. Um,
Wasn't Beastmaster a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
it was not with Arnold Schwarzenegger, but there is a movie called Beastmaster and also a TV series called Beastmaster.
Beastman. I was close.
Oh, Beastman is one of... Oh, yeah.
I was close.
Yeah, Mark Singer plays Beastmaster, directed by Don Coscarelli, another friend of the show. And by friend of the show, I mean guy who directed a movie we did on the show, Phantasm.
We wish he was our friend.
I know.
I mean, I'd be friends with him, I think.
Well,
Oh.
I have some bad news about that.
Oh, no. What?
Last I knew, he was grievously ill.
Mm-hmm.
He's still alive, though, so that's okay. Never mind.
Okay.
I knew he was pretty ill, but good news. I didn't have to
Who are you
announce
talking
someone's
about?
death today. What a fantastic day. Moving on. A little more back and forth between Darnell and Tina. That's the first time that he calls her Spikehead. Mike's like, well, we don't want any trouble. It's like, Mike, grow a backbone, you nerd. Rapunzel's like, well, maybe I should introduce myself to him. To Tina's visible annoyance. Smash cut to some of the creepy asylum tunnels. The ones with the long pipes that run along the side corridor. Those are real, by the way. Those are actually in the old, yes, like the long corridors with like the pipes along the side. My mom worked at a state hospital in the psych ward, and she told me that those like long corridors underground from like one building to another existed. So get scared. Usually there's not ghosts or murderers in them. Usually it's just like underpaid state workers. But
My high school had a bunch of those.
underpaid state workers or the long corridors with pipes?
Yes. The answer to that is yes.
Little column A, little column B.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and we used them because I didn't want to walk outside in the winter.
Well, good. I'm glad she used the corridors. Well, we have to get to the point that we were getting to here, which is as we're doing the pan across his long corridors, we hear some breathing. The telltale breathing. I think the theme of this summer Tri-Slash-A-Thon has been ragged breathing. Every single killer we've had has had deep, ragged breathing.
Some B's and M's.
Yeah, some B's and M's. That's breathing and moaning. You get a little bit of both, like,
Stefan, that's great. Hey, Stefan. Good job.
All right. The more you say it, the less great it seems.
Well, you weren't looking at me.
Yeah,
so
I
I wanted to
don't.
make sure you were listening.
I don't look with my eyes, Mallory. I could hear you talking to me. Jeepers. All right, moving on. Some time has passed because now at our main group, Kiki and Jane have changed into swimsuits for some reason. And
they're the only ones because the men are not in swimsuits.
The men are not
they're
in
still
swimsuits.
In jeans and polo shirts.
Yes. Well, I guess the point of this entire journey was to sun themselves in the lawn of an asylum because
unkempt.
The unkempt lawn of an asylum.
So many bugs and critters.
I can only imagine how many bugs are crawling through that grass. Like Tickapalooza. It's a good thing they all get murdered because otherwise, Lyme disease.
Who's going to get them either way?
Yeah. It'll get you in the end. So yeah, anyways, Jane asked Darnell what's wrong, and he said, since he hasn't said anything since they sat down, and he's like, that drama was kind of hot. You can tell he's still thinking about Rapunzel. Back at Tina's group, on the other hand, at their like exposed roof area, they have like a coffee machine set up, which I thought was funny. Rapunzel is going down to look at the other group. And Tina tells Godiva to make this scumbag big and hard. It's a condom though. So what she wants.
Piss?
No, they're just filling it with like from the water from the coffee machine.
It's water.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she does another laugh because make this scumbag big and hard was so funny. She hands.
The condom looks like a potato in that picture.
It is, yeah. It's something else. Like those condoms are.
It was big and hard.
Well, I disagree.
I think those are lambskin condoms, and that's why they look like that.
Unfortunately, IMDb trivia didn't tell me. I can go ahead and text the people who worked in this film what kind of condoms they used. We don't see a wrapper, so we're uncertain of the brand or makeup of them.
It was a red wrapper, no brand.
Ah, bummer.
I don't know why I'm so focused on condoms.
It's okay, it's a big plot point here. Rapunzel is once again staring down at Darnell, and he at her. And they go back to the fantasy and running through the field again. But this time the fantasy ends with her like jumping onto him and then like bouncing around together and stuff. It's like kind of funny. It's like, which one's fantasy was this one?
Hard to say, actually.
Well, then this is when things get a little problematic for Godiva, because once Rapunzel comes out of the fantasy, Godiva is like criticizing Darnell to Rapunzel, saying that he's succumbed to the moral imperialism by hanging with his group, and she uses like a sort of N-word adjacent word.
Yes, she does.
And it's like, whoa. It's like, who did you vote for, lady?
Well, we'll find out.
We'll find out.
Yeah, but yeah, Rapunzel says after all that, it's like he has nice eyes, and Godiva is disgusted. Down at the other group, Darnell is saying that he thinks that she likes him, referring to Rapunzel, obviously. Dennis is too busy talking about his baseball card. This is where we finally learn what Dennis's thing is. It's baseball
Cards.
Baseball cards, yeah. Well,
Yes.
he does also love.
He's also into baseball. Yeah.
Yeah. He's not just a traveler in the baseball sphere. He's aware of it. And what is it? This is where things get really hard to. So Mike, okay, here we go.
They throw
Yes,
the
no,
Darnell leaves.
No. This is where we get the intros to this. So,
yeah.
Jane, Dennis is too busy like talking about his baseball cards. Jane asks him what that means to him, and he says he doesn't know. So Jane told him to think about it before he talks next time. And then Mike's like, "Hey,
that
Dennis,
was a good one.
Don't mind. Jane's parents are both psychiatrists, so she can't help it. At least I don't think she can." Kiki asks Mom to give her a kiss, so Mike obliges. Jane has nothing to say about that, though.
You think this would be the perfect time for her to bring up her psychology terminology?
I know, she's over here blending.
The Oedipus joke is right there.
Yeah, she's like blending Oedipal and Electra complexes, and like Jane just can't be bothered.
But does that count though? Because it's the other way.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, so the Oedipal complex is son to mother. The Electra complex is daughter to father. And here we have a blending of the two. So it's like an Electra Oedipal like smoothie. Again, if Jane were serious about her intellectual pursuits, she would be all into this. But instead, she's too busy talking to Dennis about his baseball cards. So after what was it? Oh yeah, here's probably not far away and within obvious visual distance of this group, we see Mitch's gross hands as he pulls that newspaper article we're talking about out of his cracked, like rotted doctor's bag, and it's about the big settlement. It says coal miner's daughter wins millions, suggesting that Judy had won all that money based off of their settlement from earlier. No one notices him. He's literally like 12 feet away. He's right by them. Kiki pulls away from Mike, which annoys him because she was one who wanted the kiss, but then she doesn't. Tina's group takes this opportunity to attack, noticing that this is the perfect chance to take them unawares. They throw a bunch of water-filled condoms at our main group. They all run away. They scatter. Dennis is upset because
his baseball cards got wet.
They're drenched even. They still don't notice that Mitch is right beside them as they go to scatter. Tina gives a patented boisterous laugh, and you're almost to that exact scene, yeah. Yeah, Jane is like, who did that? I was like, who do you think did it, dude? Jane, my God. So Tina is standing at the edge of the roof yelling at them. She's like, get lost, fuck brains. And then Godiva tells them to go back to the mall. Scorched him with that capitalist.
Got him, Godiva.
That capitalist like ideology. And then for some reason, Tina undoes her top to reveal her breasts and says, take these, motherfuckers. Which is like a really weird insult. Like, what do you mean? Take these?
Right.
Why would you ever choose to flash them as if that was going to be an insult and they weren't going to enjoy it? Man or woman, everybody is going to enjoy that. I just feel like go ahead.
No, but what's weird later is like they know her like pretty well because there's like scenes where they're like talking and they're like actively having a conversation where they like know each other. It's kind of weird. Like Mike.
It's like they all went to the same high school.
Yeah.
And now she's just there. And she's like, take that. Look at my tits.
Yeah, here's some boobs. How do you feel now? It's like, yeah, you got me. I just assumed that they gave her that $100 early. It's like, well, we got to find a scene where she takes her boobs out. I guess now. Look, this seems
Fit
like
it
the
in
time.
somewhere. I don't know. I just feel like if she was really trying to be disrespectful, she could have shown some b-hole or something.
You're right. That'd be the one. Hit him with the brown eye. That'll show.
That's at least $120. Like, I don't think $100.
Was it in the budget?
I think you got to pump up the jams on that one. I don't think you get $100 for that.
Yeah. I don't think you're getting a noose for 100 spot.
Let me check my notes real quick. Yeah, it's probably like $200. I think.
The director calls. What's my b-hole budget for Doom?
Yeah.
The producer's like, it's nothing.
Dad, I need $42 more, and it's really important.
Dad, I need $42 more. Get that brown eye in. Anyways, after the water balloon attack, Mike is being decisive for once. He's like, I'm going to fix them. And Darnell's like, hey, don't worry about it. I'll go alone because I'm single and I have few hopes and I have few dreams. Like, man, Darnell, relatable. That was
funny.
But, man.
That was so funny.
Yeah. And he's like, besides, the drama is kind of hot. It's like, we get it, Darnell, you drama queen. You're just here for like the strife.
The toxic women, we understand.
Yeah, like what's going to happen if they end up having a relationship? He'll get bored so fast.
Yeah, right. 'Cause he has no hopes or dreams or aspirations.
Yeah, like Jane has another patented remark of some psychobabble nonsense, a libidinal motivation, I think is what she says.
Yeah.
Darnell says he'll be back in a flash. Second time that phrase has been used in this movie, which is great. He said, if I'm not, don't come looking for me. I'm like, oh, then that's how we know he's going to die. Oh, this is the part where Mike picks up one of the condoms too, and like that had been thrown. Is like goes to Kiki. He's like, "What do you say?" And she's like, "But Mom, that's incest." And she runs away. I'm like, this bit has gone too far.
It's such a weird bit to carry through the whole.
And folks
movie.
at home listening, it doesn't stop here.
No,
if you were worried, like, are we going to get any more good mom jokes? It's like, yep.
Or I'd be more concerned if we're ever going to get any good mom jokes, like even one.
True, yeah, right. That's totally fair.
So Darnell
The answer's
approaches.
no.
No. Darnell approaches the front of the asylum, saying to no one, but presumably talking to Rapunzel, "Honey, I'm going to show you the meaning of God." And we get this like weird, like sort of hip hop style music as Darnell's like confidently making his way in. He starts hearing some weird sounds though, some knocking, some metal clanking. He's like, "Sweetie, is that you?" And he's starting to give some background. I'm like, why is he giving like unsolicited background to nobody? It's like, my family's from St. Louis, but I was raised around here. It's like, is he just doing his Tinder profile while he finds her? Yeah, he says something like, "She has nice teeth." He's like, and it's like, "I have all mine too." It's like, all right. Eventually, what is it? He asks if she's taking any requests because all that like the sound of metal hitting metal. And then he assumes it's rap. She's trying to do rap music. So he starts to slap his leg to like a beat and does like an improv rap. It's not a very good one, but you can tell it's not his usual style of music, so we can forgive him. Plus, it's not like he has a lot of time because suddenly from behind, he gets attacked by forceps, which crushes into his head. As there's blood going all over the place, he says, "Honey, all you had to do is say no." Then it... what is it? Mitch is standing above him, obviously killing him. Like, we knew that was Mitch, right? We didn't have to say that.
It's like the running theme of the movie again, next to zoo noises, is they constantly think the person they're looking for murders them.
That's it. There's like a almost whodunit quality of this where everyone's assuming that like the other group is the one killing their group. It's like, no, it's probably the legendary murderer who lives here. And then Mitch, and he says, "I hate rap music and don't call me honey." And I put in my notes, and just like that, the black guy is the first to die. And I was like, didn't we get past this trope with Night of the Demons? And I realized Night of the Demons came out this same year.
It did.
So maybe Night of the Demons hadn't redeemed us yet. Just so you know, Mal, there's a black guy who survives in Night of the Demons, which we done for the episode, like an
famously, because he just jumps out the window. He's like, "I'm out."
He's like, "They won't get me," and he just like dives out of a window to
That's
escape.
like his line. He's like, "Yeah, they'll get me." It's
Logic.
Like, yep.
Yeah, it's like Roger was his name, right? In that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so good. Yeah, so he actually survived. So I was like, this year has both the most regressive version of the trope, which is this one, and then the most progressive version of the trope, which is Night of the Demons. And that's saying something considering all of the like exploitative sexual content in Night of the Demons.
Yeah.
That may be in other ways regressive, but we don't have time to unpack that. We're still doing this movie. Back in the rooftop, Tina and Rapunzel are playing chess on a snare drum. I'm like, that's not a regulation board, but they're doing it. Godiva in the background, spray painting a ledge. Rapunzel seems to be like just schooling Tina. She got her in check. Tina escapes. Rapunzel gets Tina into checkmate. Tina's clears the board by like throwing all the pieces off and then says she hates to lose. Like, yeah, dude, I could tell. I just like how some of her dialogue
character's
is
so
like,
deep, dude.
on point. Yeah, just like, I like exactly what she's thinking and what she's already doing. It's like, you don't have to tell after you've shown. As they both move towards the edge, Rapunzel asks if the cute guy is still down there, and Tina says no. It's like, oh, so Tina recognized which one was the cute guy, at least. And Rapunzel's like, I wonder if he likes chess. And I put in my notes, no, he's dead. Oh, yeah, the movie may only be 78 minutes, but we will have time to show Mitch in his lair watching an old black and white movie over and over and over again.
Was it Sweeney Todd?
Okay.
It's several movies.
It is several movies. Mal's correct.
Okay.
It's a bunch of...
You know what the thing is, though?
It's a bunch of Todd Slaughter movies. I took a photo of it, actually. I took a photo of the credits for it. So it is the films of Todd Slaughter: Never Too Late, Murder in the Red Barn, The Face at the Window, The Crimes of Stephen Hawke, and The Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the movies that they cut pieces from for this. And fun fact, so this movie is like, what, a cool 78 minutes, I think is what we decided it was. Yep. If you take out the excerpts from other movies, 69 minutes.
Nice.
And we're going to do it in 3.
Nice. Well, we certainly are going to do it in 3. But...
The first time I watched this and I realized that what they were pulling, these black and white films, or this it was a collection of films featuring Slaughter. I'm just like, they really thought they were doing something with that. They were like, only the real film people are going to get this. And it's going to be Slaughter because there's going to be a lot of slaughtering. And they just really thought they were it with that decision. And I love that for them.
They did try to...
Okay, Tina, here's $100. Take your shirt off.
And here's some public domain movies.
Get the extra 42 for the B-roll.
Yeah, right. We have $42 to order the prints of these other movies. I had to assume, number one, that they were like public domain, and number two, they did comb through them to find clips that were like maybe almost thematically seemingly related, like not really, but maybe a little bit. I tried to figure out each one. I don't think I figured them all out, but I figured out some of them. Whatever. No more time to talk about Todd Slaughter until the next time he shows up, which will be later in the movie. Back on the roof, Godiva says that she's going to go downstairs and scrawl some revolutionary slogans on the walls, as is her patriotic duty. And then Tina says, you're going to take a non-revolutionary leak, and then laughs. Oh, no, what did she say? She says, you should just take it here so we can watch. I'm like, Tina, what are you up to?
She wants her to pee on her face. That's what that was.
Well,
that's why I asked if the coffee thing was piss. Like,
oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense now. I was wondering where you came up with piss earlier. But yes. Yeah, you should do it right here. And she like, I'm not going to act it out for you guys. That feels embarrassing. But she gets low. She opens her mouth. And beckons it.
Okay. I just think Tina's a line stepper, but I don't know her proclivities. Godiva
they do say that in the movie, though.
Okay, well, anyways, Godiva is not happy with this and lets Tina know it. And then, Rapunzel tells Godiva, if you see that cute guy, tell him that I'm waiting here breathlessly. And then what did Godiva say? Malcolm X would disown you? Like,
yeah, right.
Whoa. Like,
insane.
Talk about white-splaining. My God. Like, she'd be canceled for that. Luckily, she's going to be canceled permanently.
Fucking got him.
Got him. We cut to the torn up gross hands of Mitch as he's groaning and breathing heavily and washing his hands. because nothing's hotter than washing your hands, ladies. But while he's washing his hands in one sink, the other sink is full of industrial cleaning acid. She just has a sink full of, you never know.
Yeah.
As Godiva's walking, she's chanting, "The people united will never be defeated," spray painting some symbols. At first, it doesn't seem like anything, but then when she gets to the men's room, she spray paints persons on it. It's like, oh, geez, she's about to, like, Fox News gets a hold of this, dude. Next thing, she's going to gender-neutral bathrooms.
Listen, we need a hero like her in 2025.
Well...
The people united.
Unfortunately, we have these
gendering bathrooms.
Well, yeah, but we remember how this ends, though.
Yeah.
So, hearing her approaching, Mitch hides in a stall because if there's one thing he has a sense of, it's drama. Going into the men's room or person's room, I guess now, Godiva scrolls "Revolt or Die" on one of the stalls. She hears a noise and thinks it's Tina. So she's like, "Tina, don't you mess with me." She opens the stall doors one by one until she finally gets to the one where Mitch is hiding. Oh, surprise, it's Mitch. He throttles her. And she's trying to use her revolutionary talking points on him, saying he's a victim of the system and everything. When it's clear that the rhetoric isn't going to work, she says, "I'm a Republican. I voted for Reagan."
She sold out so quick.
She sold out so fast.
So fast. And the French accent's gone.
Yes.
Yes.
But then it's kind of funny because then Mitch dunks her face in acid sink, holds it there for long enough, and then he pulls out her melted face, sunglasses still on. And as he pulls her out of the tub, it plays La Marseillaise in the background.
Yeah. So good.
It's like, dang, that's savage. And then talking to her corpse, he says, "I respect your First Amendment right to the political beliefs of your choice, but I don't necessarily agree." And then he laughs. It's like, all right, way to take the long way around to get to a Voltaire quote, right? Isn't that Voltaire who said, or is it John Locke who said, "Though I may not agree with what you say, I defend to the death your right to say it"?
Yeah, it's Locke.
Was that Locke? Okay.
I believe so.
All right. Hey, everyone, write in if I mixed up Voltaire with John Locke, which I think I did, but I could just Google it, but I can't derail this train any further than it's already been derailed.
Truth.
Back at the other group, Mike is wondering where Darnell is. The ever dismissive Jane says he's probably jamming with Tina and the Tots. Kiki says she doesn't hear any music, and Jane's like, "It'll be a different kind of jamming." She probably means intercourse. Dennis, meanwhile, is concerned over his wet cards because that's his one character trait is baseball cards. Jane tells him to blow on him, which he does, and she asks if anyone's ever told him that he has psychological aberrations. And I thought this is kind of funny. He's like, "Yeah, my mom, my dad,
yeah,
a few other people." It's like, Dennis, don't make me care for you because I know you're soon to die. What is it? Oh yeah, I want to note here that Jane's reading a Sigmund Freud book and taking notes on it while sunning herself in this non-beach in a swimsuit. And by this point, we understood that Sigmund Freud is more valuable as a historical artifact than an actual means of psychological study.
It's definitely the whole bit, right? So now she's reading the Freud book. We know that her parents are in this field of work. And then later in the film too, when her time is coming and she's panicking and trying to get out of it, again, she's pointing out, "You can visit my parents and I'll give you a coupon on bi-weekly services, and they're Freudians." And it's like, why are we going so hard into this?
Well, then she says when he doesn't respond, she's like, "They're Jungians." It's like, all right.
Yeah. They took the comedy billing and ran too fast with it, I think.
Too furious even?
Yeah.
In any case, Mike decides he needs to go after Darnell, but then when he gets up, he's like, "Or should I?" Because Darnell told me not to. It's like, all right, Mike, make a decision. So he's also concerned about the legend of the coroner. Jane says that no one has ever been killed by a legend. It's like, I beg to differ.
Wait a minute. They do say the legend of the coroner.
They do say that.
He's not a coroner.
Yes, but he dresses like a coroner. He has the doctor's bag. He has the lab coat. Yeah, so they don't know he's not a doctor, that he took it off the coroner who he killed.
Sure.
I do like the idea that him coming to life and killing those guys led to them closing this entire establishment, though. It's like, was he unable to be dislodged by anyone? Like,
Well, again, so now we all just know that he's actually in existence here. People have now been maimed, disappeared, and then they had to evacuate the whole asylum and abandon it because he's taking up space.
I know, right? Like, call a cop.
And then also, why take a dead body to an asylum for a medical exam?
Maybe it's just the nearest morgue, you know?
I mean, judging from the visit your mom's grave thing, I would agree. But
But in any case, yes, they would have definitely just called the police and they would have gunned him down with abandon. It's like, you tell the cops they can kill somebody like free and clear, they're coming in more ways than one.
It's not funny, sorry.
Sorry, Mel. Didn't mean to give you a crisis there. But anyways, yeah, Mike's like, never mind, I'm gonna go. Kiki says, "Be careful, Mom." And then Mike says, "I'll stay here if you want." But he's like, "Never mind, I'll go." It's like, all right, good work, keeping that indecisive character alive. We get some heavy breathing as Mitch is walking through another creepy tunnel with a lantern in hand this time. Where he hides his lantern when he's in the daylight and where he gets the lantern later, that's not our business, guys. That's not our project here.
I think it's a complicated system of strategic posts.
I think it's a pocket lantern
planted around the property.
Oh, so Mal thinks he's hanging the lantern at posts near the darkened corridors. You think he has it in his lab coat pocket.
Yeah.
The movie will never answer. Hey, folks, write in. Where do you think this lantern was anyway? So,
You could have just set it down too.
well, I felt the same concept as the post. It just, he had a place to put it and then like picked it up. Whatever. There's a steady beat that I guess is supposed to be a heartbeat. I don't know. It's just mostly a beat. He gets to his lair, which is revealed to be off one of those like darkened hallways. Some pipes. He's behind some pipes. He's got a dirty mattress, a dirty pillow. It's kind of insane to me that he's sleeping in like the underground tunnels where there's surely like rats and spiders and not in like any one of the thousands of rooms in this like complex. So as he's laying there, he flashes back to Judy and then he laughs as he hears the sounds of the crash. I'm like, this guy's going full Joker right now. Back to Mike. He is decisive enough to enter the front of the building. He hears some stirring, some spooky music featuring piano and synth tones. The audience will not be seated as he moves through these empty halls for like 20 minutes. He comes to a door that he can't open, but me as a person who's opened doors can tell he's not putting effort into it and turns to go the other way. Back to Mitch in his lair, watching another one of the black and white movies. There seems to be a villain holding someone in a cage as the police and others arrive. Apparently the guy promised, quote unquote, her that he would kill the guy in the cage in the river, which I guess is a through line for this narrative. You know, he feels like he has to kill people for Judy, was like how I interpreted that. Outside, Dennis is regarding a baseball card. Surprise. He says, "Whatever happened to Willie McCovey?" I think. I don't know this baseball player. Kiki asks who that is. End of scene. Wow, what a riveting moment that was. Elsewhere, Mitch has given up on his movie to start playing with what we'll call Chekhov's drill. Anyone?
Hey,
Not quite, but soon. So yeah, Chekhov's drill. Kiki and Jane now are talking about something when Dennis interrupts because one of his cards, a Wade Boggs, starts to blow away. He runs after it as Kiki asks, like, "What's a Wade Boggs?" And Jane's like, "It sounds like a swamp monster." It's like, what it sounds like is a guy who hit several home runs after drinking 30 beers. That's what it sounds like to me.
It does sound like that.
Did you ever see that episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia? They tried to do the Wade Boggs challenge.
I know exactly what you're
And then Charlie's like, it's like, "Wade Boggs, the ghost of Wade Boggs is here." And Wade Boggs' ghost is like, "No, Charlie, I'm not dead. You're just really messed up." So yeah, the Wade Boggs card flies away. And he's like, "Honestly, I probably would have chased after a Wade Boggs card." Dennis is chasing the card, which is clearly being pulled via a string. We get some crowd cheering sounds as Dennis commentates on his chase as it were a baseball game, and he stops to do like a baseball thing. I don't know baseball very well, so I
It's
don't
like
know
a
the minutiae of
monologue.
this.
He's doing
Yeah,
like
he's
a,
essentially just like being like a
Yeah.
commentator of a baseball game, and you get
yeah.
all the crowd sounds. So his mania goes beyond the cards. It goes straight into the entire sport.
Do you think he wishes he was Rick Moranis?
Down oh my gosh.
Rick Romantis.
Yes.
Rick
Damn,
Romantis
do you
is
like,
is
you
the
liked
very
him that much?
yeah. Rick Romantis.
Rick Moranis. No, this is Rick Romantis.
Rick Romantis is the one that's just a giant praying mantis, but he's also like really sweet.
About to make
I
you
guess-
see heaven.
He doesn't cut off your head; he brings you flowers.
Flyers.
Doesn't he have to face a big praying mantis in Honey, I Shrunk Ourselves?
Oh
Sure.
man, that's I'd have to reach into the recesses of my memory to pull out that. I mean, they definitely are big bugs. I think I remember there's a scene where they like ride up a counter on the back of a string carried by a daddy long leg. I'm pretty sure that happens in that movie.
Yes, for sure.
I'm proud of myself for remembering that.
There's ants at some point, giant ants.
Well, in the first one, there's like a tragic death of a beautiful ant, if you recall.
Yeah, but that's the kids that got shrunk in that one.
Yes. In fact, it might be the title that gives that away.
You know, I couldn't remember.
Who do you think would win in a fight? Honey, I Blew Up the Kid or Food of the Gods 2 Kid?
Oh my
don't
god.
know.
I think Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
It's because he's
Isn't he?
bigger, right?
It's because he's way bigger.
I think that, but the Food of the Gods 2 Kid, he has like, he's older, so he has his faculties together a little better. So I think he has a
True.
strategic advantage.
But he's never the Honey, I Blew Up the Kids. He's never learned restraint. So like
Yeah.
he would smash with reckless abandon. I don't know, man. That's a good one. It would be like Rampage.
I assume you mean the video game and not the Rock movie.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Mike, looking for Darnell, opens a doctor's office door and finds a skeleton. And there's like a jump scare, but it's like, yeah, dude, they have those there. It is a little painted, which is weird.
Or do they?
Oh no! Check the notes. Dennis, continuing to comment on his baseball card thing, says he's pretending to give an interview as like a professional baseball player. He's like, just say no. Then he notices someone approaching him from POV. He asks about the baseball cards, like, have you seen my Wade Boggs? But Mitch produces a drill. Dennis is trying to offer his baseball cards to Mitch, which is like a huge moment for him because that's
Yeah.
all Dennis has, man.
It's a big sharing moment.
He's really bargaining.
Parents will love this message.
Yeah. Obviously, Mitch isn't interested in baseball cards. So we hear a da-da-da-da-da charge as the drill is inserted into Dennis's forehead. Blood is going everywhere, dripping onto the baseball cards below. And then what is Mitch's one-liner here? I really love the Mickey Mantle. It's like,
Yeah, something like that.
is that a
Something
one-liner?
weird.
Or is that just like his preference? Like, what
I
did he
guess.
mean by that? Yeah, he laughs, and I didn't get the joke, so I didn't. Back to the intrepid Mike again on the hunt. We get some tense tones on the keyboard as he moves to another hallway. Slow down, dude! You're going so crazy. Smash cut to heavy breathing as Mitch, by candlelight, finds the presumably severed hand, or it's severed. The severed hand of presumably Judy. It's like, is it presumably severed? Like, no, I can assure you that thing
It might
is
be
off.
severed.
It's off. He finds the severed hand of Judy. He's just like, he has it on like a red like silk blanket in a shrine to her. And he's just like rubbing it on his face as he like is looking at the article, and there's a distorted voice saying "help me" over and over again as Mitch relives the accident again. And what a scene. There it is. Yeah, thanks Shane for pulling it up. I wanted to be reminded of this gross scene. Mike finally finds his way to the roof where Tina and Rapunzel are. He demands that they tell him where Darnell is. Rapunzel asks if Darnell is the cute guy, and Mike says that yes, he came up here and had never returned. Tina is eating some chicken, and she pretends that it's Darnell and says delicious, and asks if the girlfriends down below would like to come up for dessert. And then he says cut the crap, and she says, do you have a knife? And then she laughs. It's like, well done. Rapunzel is now concerned for Darnell as Mike slaps the chess pieces off the board. And then, I don't know, Mike is having one of his moments where he's like, not sure if he's accusing them or if he wants to fight. At the end, him and Tina end up fighting. So truly an epic combat as they're like, he's basically getting his like ass handed to him by her.
Yes.
Sure is.
He's being a gentleman for sure. He's clearly not trying to lay hands on this woman, and she is just obliterating him. At one point, she lifts him off the ground, sets him on the edge of the building, and punches him straight in the dick.
She does. She
Straight up.
Yeah, she like
Kill
totally.
shot.
Yeah, she goes.
She sets him up for his gynecologist visit, and then just right in there.
Yeah, she has his legs up in stirrups and just like
Whammy.
beanbags him. It's wild.
Yeah.
And that pushes him off.
She does.
Yeah,
She's
like,
like
gets
ready to kill this dude. Meanwhile, Mitch is elsewhere watching an old movie that also has characters fighting, which I guess is the through line here. But yeah, so like as that combat is drawing to what we just already discussed is the finale, we get more of like Rapunzel wistfully like wondering about Darnell. She says that his voice sounds like music. She wonders if he practices safe sex, wonders if he's ever had sex, all of these things. But then, yeah, like we said, after beating Mike's head off the drum, jumping onto him, kicking him in the nuts and getting him out over the roof and pushing him over the edge. What is it? There's a scene. Oh man, this cutting is wild. So the scene cuts to someone falling off the roof in the old movie, and Mitch is watching it in his lair, and the guy in the movie says, "You aren't really my daughter," and Mitch laughs. I'm like, oh, so Kiki, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Rapunzel's like, "I love you, Darnell. I will find him, I will get him, and I will love him." And she like dips, as you know. We get back to, we go down to the sunbathing. Jane is telling Kiki about psychological stuff as they hear Mike shouting. Kiki says, "Isn't that mom hanging off the edge of the building by the up there?" I'm like, is that okay to say? Can you say that word?
They said it multiple times in this movie.
A bunch of times.
Tina. So aggressive.
Yeah.
Well,
and now we wonder why she does what she does.
Number one, I apologize for saying the word. If I had known it was that serious, I wouldn't have, but they say it many times anyway. Jane confirms that that's mom. She says, like, that's mom, all right. But he's probably not going to fall. Tina is doing her patented really loud laugh as she achieves victory over her foe. Raspy breathing and walking down a corridor for Mitch. My God, does he spend like half this movie just breathing raspily and walking down corridors?
I'd say a third.
Kiki shouts up to Mike, "Mom, be careful." And then both Kiki and Jane go to head into the asylum as well. We get a reprise of the spooky piano and synth music. Mitch is, digging in his rotten doctor's bag. Kiki and Jane walk the halls. Kiki is like, "Oh, I'm scared." Jane doesn't seem concerned. It's just an old closed hospital. Then Jane's like, "But wait, it's a labyrinth, and a labyrinth is a symbol of inner consciousness." It's like, yeah, but if you think about what that means, it doesn't mean anything. So she goes to go off on her own, but Kiki's not having it, so she goes with her. Back to Mike hanging off the building, and Tina's laughing, saying, "I've got you now, you fucker." And it's like, yeah, dude, you've had him off the edge of the building for like 12 minutes. But what about Rapunzel? We get a reprise of that hip-hop sounding music from when Darnell was looking for Rapunzel. So there you go. That's a light motif, if you will. She says, what she say? She's like, "I'm just a lonely chocolate single too."
Lonely chocolate single. It's so random. Oh my God.
Yes. So as you know, eventually Rapunzel comes to the bathroom where Godiva was killed, sees Godiva's melted head, screams. Luckily, this is like Popeye's spinach to Mike. He hears it, he's like, "That's Kiki," and he like pulls himself up and like jumps. Like there's a bugle charge as he like heaves himself over Tina and jumps, to her surprise, mind you, because like it seemed like he'd given up living up until then. Rapunzel, rather than leaving the bathroom where she found a like desiccated head of an old friend, doesn't notice that Mitch has emerged to wrap a chain around her throat and choke her to death. She asks, "Is that you, Darnell?"
Stethoscope.
Is it a stethoscope?
It was a stethoscope.
Oh, those don't have the tensile strength to strangle somebody.
They sure don't.
All right. That was not a chain. She asks, "That you, Darnell?" saying that she thought they could have a few dates, one-on-one, soul to soul. Again, I don't know how she possibly thinks this is Darnell. So Mitch chokes to death. It's like, sorry, baby, I've already got a girl. Probably laughs. I can't remember. Mike downstairs shouting for Kiki and Jane, followed not far behind by Tina, but only for now. She'll eventually take a turn elsewhere. Mitch now is like, oh, you're right, because now he's listening to her heartbeat in the stethoscope as she's dying. He does like one of those like, you remember Dastardly and Muttley from the Wacky Races?
Yes, of course.
He does one of those like, yeah, he does.
Oh, yeah.
He does a straight up Muttley laugh.
Yeah,
It's a breathy laugh.
that hurt.
It is a breathy laugh. Kiki and it hurt to do the laugh.
It did a little bit, yeah.
Well, you got to suffer for your art, Shane.
What if I'm going to be stuck like that forever? That's like how I laugh now. Like, now for the rest of it, so I'm like, yeah.
It'll be hard for me to finish this episode because I'll be laughing, but I
It's
do
always
love
hard
it.
for you to finish.
What? All right.
I was trying to get you with the drink in your mouth. I've almost gotten Stefan on one spit take.
I'm skilled. Kiki and Jane enter a hallway where Mike runs into them. Happy that Kiki's okay. She says, of course I am. Haven't you heard of the labyrinth, the symbol of new consciousness? Is like, all right. Surprises Mike because he did hear that scream. And Darnell and Dennis are missing. Tina ends up now separated from Mike, who she was following in a different hallway. She's just yelling tentatively for Godiva and Rapunzel. No big deal. In another hallway, Mitch goes to open a door. But it happens to be the door directly in front of Mike, Kiki, and Jane, who have no peripheral vision, do not see the door open, do not see it close, but do hear it shut. And Kiki's like, what was that? I can't stress enough how much it was directly in front of them.
What was that?
Yeah.
That's exactly what that was. Not that anyone can see me. I'm holding my hand directly in front of my
Directly
face.
in front of them. It's like in the same shot, like right there. Jane isn't alarmed. She says it's just Tina and her friends trying to scare them. She note that Kiki called Mike by his name that time, though. She says Mike, so heads up. She's starting to revert. We cut back and forth between Tina's hunt for her friends and this group's hunt for their friends. We get a Mitch POV where he's hearing some laughing and screaming as he walks into a very large wardroom full of old moldering beds. Jane isn't having any of this anymore and tells Mike and Kiki that she's going to find Tina and her gang to prove that this is all just them messing with them. She'll find where Darnell and Dennis are. Mike, in a rare moment of intelligence, says that in horror movies, it is dangerous for a girl to go off alone. And so if she's not back in 5 minutes, he'll go after her. She says she'll be back in 5 minutes and then heads off as we have a random wolf howl sound effect show up. I was like, what was that? Was it
in the middle of the day?
Yeah. I just assumed somebody had got a glimpse of her bathing suit and just was like doing one of those like Tex Avery wolf howls.
Oh, the awooga.
Oh.
Gosh. Back with the bathing suits, I do want to point out they're both wearing just bathing suits, walking around this abandoned asylum
in heels.
Shoes. Kiki's wearing heels,
Yeah.
and Jane is wearing sneakers and socks.
But Kiki is wearing a like a shirt over her suit.
Is she wearing her chambray?
Yeah. Oh, okay, nice.
Meanwhile, though, like Jane, who's supposed to be the nerdy girl, is one like in her skin tight, like it's a one piece, but it's form fitting. One might say, like,
yes.
Is that a diplomatic way to put that?
Great back. Kristen Davis has a great ass.
As he used to say, call the bakery because we got some cake up in here.
Oh my lord!
Oh no!
Isn't that what they used to say? Is this
not anymore?
Oh no! I'm too late. Well,
I want to say what I think the updated version of it is, but I also think I'm past the updated version. That's what I was going to say.
That's not even a word.
If I said that in front of my niece, she would roll her eyes at me.
That's just a sound effect. Oh, kids will roll their eyes no matter what you say around them. That's just how kids are. That's why I only talk about 9/11 in front of my younger relatives.
I bet you're a blast at family functions, dude.
I know. I can't believe I don't get invited to more.
It's like, dude, I just see this because, like, and like for those of you that don't know, like, I'm tall, like I'm a bigger guy. Stefan's also tall, and I'm sure he has
Mallory
to sit.
is also tall.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna like go out. Yeah, but so I could just picture you sitting at like the kids table at like a family function, be like, "All right, kids, it was 9:05 a.m. was September 11th." Like I see you
Tuesday morning, September 11th, 2001. I have just entered my second period Spanish class in 8th grade. Let me tell you what's about to happen. I won't know for a long time because they're going to keep us in school because we're in the middle of nowhere and it's not a terrorist destination.
Fun fact, here's another fun fact about Mallory from when she was a child.
Yay, let's hear it.
She did 9/11.
She did it.
I was staying in New York with my family
Oh,
in
no.
the Hilton Hotel at the
Jesus
base of the World Trade
Christ.
Center, and we flew home the day before.
That's insane, dude.
Came home on September 10th because I had to go back to school because it was a Monday.
You better have kept that ticket.
What? How have I never known this? Why haven't you said this before?
I don't know. I feel like 9/11 as a topic of conversation is just now getting trendy with you. I don't feel like it was this trendy
Just
back
now?
in 2008. It was still a little fresh. We were still in the same decade. We were not so casual about 9/11 in the early 2000s.
Oh, yeah, we're still really sensitive about it. Nowadays, there's been atrocity after another committed by us and to us. It's just like, it's over with.
Who would have thought that the topic of 9/11 was going to be the picker-upper of the conversations?
I have to imagine that I've offended so many listeners with my 9/11 comments. My parents surely probably don't enjoy this. Like, what do they even like besides watching Law and Order? Like, what else do they know about New York at the end of the day? So back to this movie. Is that a good transition or what? Walking down a bright, long corridor, we hear some strange pulsing beat. But, rather than Mitch, Jane runs into Tina. She chastises Tina for scaring Mike and Kiki, but instead Tina is scared. She's like, my friends have also disappeared. It's like, who'd have thought that in this conversation that Tina would be the voice of reason? Jane is like interested because it's sounding like a case of mass hysteria. And she remarks when the people of Zurich thought it was raining Frankfurters. I was like, was there a hot dog rain in Zurich? I never got the chance to Google that. Was that real?
I don't know.
Well, Tina's like, you should believe it, asshole. And Tina says, don't be so hostile, bitch. I'm like, oh man, Jane getting a little emotional up in here. Love to see it. Oh, unfortunately though, she's about to die. Jane walks into the next room, and then the door, she closes the door behind herself, even though Tina could have come in with her. Oh no, is that the moldy ward where we recently saw Mitch take his repose? Well, he did. He stands up and he's like, oh hell yeah, I'm on my way. And I got a surgical saw. So he starts to approach Jane. She's trying to talk herself out of whatever she's seeing in front of her face. She's like, how do I deal with a delusion? It's like, oh, I don't believe this, or whatever. She's like, get lost, delusion. And if you aren't a delusion, this is the part where she's like, I can offer you a discount on therapy from Freudians or Jungians or shock treatments. Eventually
I forgot she offered the shock treatment.
Yeah, she offered him some shock treatments.
She did offer the shock treatment.
Just it was old school. If you were really old school, she's like, I can give you one of those Kennedy family specials, if you know what I mean. And I think you do. It's a lobotomy. They lobotomized their one daughter. The Kennedys were not cool. Shane's putting his head in his hands because he's like, I don't know how I'm going to edit this.
I'm not going to.
Just get us on a watch list right now.
Yeah.
No, we can talk about it.
Well, don't worry about it because what? Oh, you want to talk about?
No, we're getting into this now.
We're gonna get into the Kennedy girl who was like out of control, so they lobotomized her and like ruined her life.
Well, and then Special Olympics was started by her sister Eunice Mary Kennedy. Was it her sister? I can't remember.
Kennedy?
Somebody in the family. Eunice
Kennedy.
One of them Kennedys.
I tell you, the only Kennedy I
Special
trust.
Olympics.
Only good Canada is a dead Canada. The band, the Dead Canaders. You ever heard of them? That punk band got good music. Mm-hmm. I don't know how that accidentally turned into.
What are you being, hash brown?
Sling blade? I don't know.
It's turning into
Say hash, bro. Oh, because of the hash slinging slasher from SpongeBob. That's why I said that.
That's good.
Jesus. Give me them French fried candidates.
My Canada has a hole in it. This is half off.
But no, I am. Yeah, Mal's right though. Like, not about all the other stuff she said, but the thing about the Special Olympics, she's right. Like, I didn't think about that. I know that's a subject that's near and dear to you, and you're right. It is good that something came out of it that was valuable, thanks to Eunice Kennedy, and that's what we get.
It's because her name is Kennedy Schradberg.
I know why you did it. I know why you did it. It doesn't change the fact
we got there.
You done did it anyway.
I'm sweating. I'm so hot right now. This is too much.
We're never gonna get through this episode. All right, we're getting close. We're almost one more person down.
We might set a record with this one, folks.
For most things you need to cut out.
I'm never gonna be allowed to come back.
The full length feature. We did a 69-minute movie in 4 hours.
Well, no, we'll finish. I swear.
4 hours and 20 minutes.
69.
Hey, well, if we get there, then we brought it back. It's perfect. All right.
All right,
we're back
to kill Jane.
Yeah, we're about to kill Jane. Thank you, Shane, for pulling up an image of it. I needed that. That'll get me my head back in the game. She backs up from him, offering those offers of, like psychotherapy or shock treatments, until she's sitting in a chair. Then he comes in with the saw and just puts that saw right into her face. She's screaming. She does that horror movie thing where she screams sitting still for a really long time. It's like, move in any direction. It's like, we can't. This is a horror movie. We have to do this. So saws into her face. Mal seems to think it's possible she survived this. I disagree. Wasn't that you? Was that you or Shane? Which one of you said that this is the same character from Sex and the City?
Okay, I see where we're going with this. I was like, I do not believe she survived.
Damn, dude, that was a solid callback.
There's a callback that you didn't even remember.
Yeah, that's good.
But saws her face. She's dead. She's all messed. That face is all sawed up. Mitch is like, we are beyond therapy. He does his laugh. Tina finally enters the room, which surely she heard the screaming and she waited till the screaming ended. But she enters the room literally right next to where she was, and she tells Mitch, it's like, you got the wrong guy. But then suddenly Mike starts yelling from the other side, because I guess 5 minutes was up. And Mitch is like, you lucked out, Spikehead. It's like, wait a second, why does Mitch also know the term that the kids use for her group? But then he scampers off into the night. And by into the night, I mean the brightest day of all time. Mike enters and sees Tina standing over Jane. Again, apparently he can't see that there's a figure right in front of him as he entered the room, because he has no perception at all. He rolls nat zeros, nat ones every time he walks into a room. This dude can't perceive nothing. So she's like, Tina's like, I didn't do this, obviously. And also, what did I do it with? I have no weapons in hand. I'm standing behind her. I'm not covered in blood. There's so many ways to figure this out evidentiarily, but she's also not a brain trust. So Mike says that, you're in trouble, Torpedo Tits. And then Tina's like, there's a man with a lab coat covered in blood in a doctor's bag. And Mike goes to approach, but then he hears Kiki's scream, and then he runs off. So, Tina was saved by Kiki's screaming.
I want to let you know that in my notes, I just have one bullet and it says torpedo tits, LOL.
I had a feeling you would like that line. That'd tickle your fancy.
It was so great. Oh, there is another great insult that nobody actually says in this movie, but it is graffiti on the wall. And I want to call attention to it because I don't feel like it's used often enough. And it's so great. But some of that beautiful graffiti that we discussed earlier, somewhere it just says, eat shit and die, which I think is such an underutilized insult.
The show favorite insult. So you say eat shit and die. We here like to say eat shit and live.
It's a reference to sleepaway camp.
Yeah.
So someone's like, "Eat shit and die, Ricky," and Ricky says, "Eat shit and live, Bill." So
So that's the show favorite.
That's great.
Yeah, you can have it.
And
It's
it's
yours.
so much worse because if I have to eat shit, I'd rather just die.
Right.
Anyways.
I had a cat poop in my mouth once when I was a kid, and I got through it. So I feel like I will live, but
So Bill did too. Well, not really, but
no, Bill was killed, wasn't he?
Bill, the bees, right?
Yeah. Jeez. All right, where were we? Oh yeah, a long series of Mike running through corridors, passing doorways. He's like, "I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming." It's like, all right, chill out, Mike. I barely know you.
Is that meant to be like a weird sex reference? Because his voice
No.
gets more and more high pitched and it speeds up more and more.
I
It's
just
so
think
odd.
I really just think that this movie's just doing stuff. I don't know if there's any like
Yeah, I don't think don't give them that much
Yeah,
credit. I think this was a white knight scenario.
But eventually he gets there and we see Darnell's body's in a bathtub.
Yeah.
Mike says that Tina must have gotten to him too. And Kiki's like, "What do you mean too?" And then, what is it? Oh my God. Sorry, my note here is so badly written. She's like, "What do you mean too? Where's Jane?" And starts shaking him, smashing him against the door. Do you want me to read the note as I wrote it?
Sure, please.
Yes.
But Kiki says, "What do you mean to? Where Jane?" And shakes make and smashing him against the door.
That's like, Kevin, why use more word when few word do better?
I was thinking more it was like Charlie Day and like Always Sunny. It's like cancer bad. Give money now. But yeah, he says, "Oh, it's a psychopath." Kiki's like, "What's a psychopath?" I'm like, all right, we can't decide if Kiki's smart or dumb in this movie. I feel like.
Well, to be fair, her friend always explains the therapy, the psychology stuff to her. So
Yeah.
No.
Facts, yeah. The audience will not be seated as we cut to yet another black and white movie that Mitch is watching. Like, how much is he spending during his downtime in the lair? They could have just left the building, The guy in the movie is laughing maniacally, saying, "He'll break your heart." And Mitch seems to be laughing along with it. I'm like, this one I don't get. I don't understand that. Okay, bunch of rapid cuts here. Hold on tight. This is going to be a whirlwind of emotion. We get Tina coming down some stairs looking in at something that we think could be Mitch's lair because it's a darkened corridor. And he's also now asleep there, we see when it cuts to him. But it turns out it's not because she's not near there. We also see that the movie that he's watching has someone is in a sheet, like in a bed covered by a sheet, writing on a piece of paper in a lab. Like they've been Frankenstein back to life and are writing the name of the killer. And then the person who they identified takes out a gun, which is kind of a fun. Actually, I kind of want to find out what that movie is because it seems hilarious. Back to Mitch. Mitch cuts to when he woke up in the medical examiner's office earlier in the movie. He's looking around at all the tools for killing, which he has in his lair now, including some of those that have never been used. One of which is a needle, hopefully clean, and like a little bottle full of anesthesia. We hear this like really weird squeaking. It turns out it's just like a really white mouse.
yeah, that mouse had some pipes on it.
Yeah, it was so loud. Smash cut to Tina moving down a hallway. She's shouting for her friends. I'm like, is this the same scene we had earlier? Like same hallway even? Like, are they just recycling shots in this 69-minute movie? Eventually she comes to the bathroom where her dead friends are and turns around to vomit. I'm like, that's probably the most human reaction I've seen anyone have in this entire movie, that she sees her dead friends and just like barbs. Abrupt cut to Mike and Tiki. Try again. All right. Abrupt cut to Mike and Kiki kneeling in a chapel where Mike is praying for Darnell and for Jane and for Dennis, who is still missing. And it kind of made me sad because they're never going to find Dennis's body.
Yeah, really.
We get an exterior POV and heavy breathing as Mitch is at it again, wandering them heavily graffitied halls. He eventually rounds a corner and literally finds himself like behind the chapel where they're praying. The chapel's where it says Metallica kill them all, by the way. So rock and roll. Yep. He goes like through the side hallway to approach them from the flank. I'm like, oh man, he's going to get him, isn't he? Kiki adds the prayer saying that if God gets him through this, she'll give him anything he wants. Money, sex, a charge card at Bloomie's. I'm like, I don't think that God is interested in any of these things. Mitch says,
I mean, it's Bloomie's, dude.
Oh yeah, that charge card though. God's like, wait, humans have made this?
Another Sex in the City connection.
With Bloomingdale's.
I love shopping at Bloomingdale's.
Is that what Bloomies is?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm going to get you a credit card to Bloomingdale's.
Well, after she says that charge card thing, Mitch is like, amen. And then closes the door that he was looking at them through. So like, oh, I guess he's not going to get them now. But he does like pull some anesthesia out through like this absurdly large needle and plunger thing he has.
And does it with one hand. And it's so masterful.
I mean, yeah, he must have gone to medical school during these like years of him being a wraith haunting this asylum.
I can't believe nobody else is as excited as I was at how skillful he used one hand.
Well, especially considering how
fill a
big, how big that like plunger is. Like
Yeah,
that takes a lot of pressure, and it's not a good place to put your thumb to do it with one hand. So the idea that he does it with one hand is actually kind of psychotic.
We've all drank Jello shots out of syringes that big, so.
Of course.
Yeah, but I'm injecting that. You can do that with one finger. It's like pulling it
But
out.
I'm just saying, like imagine.
It's amazing.
Sorry,
Go back and watch it and just
marvel
watch
at
him
his
do that.
skills.
It's amazing.
When he feels the plunger, though, he does laugh. I thought it was because of his own zaniness. Maybe he's just like impressed with himself. Tina, now ready to prepare herself for the psycho, just rips a pipe out of the ground. And he's like, everything's gonna be all right. It's like, Tina is like a superhero or something. Mike and Kiki, meanwhile.
Yes. Torpedo Tits.
That's her name, yeah. You'll never suspect it was her. What's she do? Just put on some like sunglasses and you won't know it's her all along. With everything else about it, it's very distinctive. Yeah, Mike and Kiki, still didn't know that they still think the killer's Tina. So walking up some stairs, a door closes, which scares Kiki, and Mike is like, hush now, that's probably not the killer. They get to a long corridor with some exterior-facing windows for some good lighting. They hear some clunking and rustling nearby, and they look up like it's above them. I was like, I don't think it's above them. I don't think there's anything above that atrium where you're at. Tina, meanwhile, is going down a long hallway, experiencing some heartbeat pulses, which leads us to believe that she might be about to get jumped. She's not. She gets to a kitchen area. She opens up this fridge or dishwasher or oven or something that you can see into. And it's like, aha! It's like, you could see into that. Why would he be hiding there? That's crazy.
She almost got him.
Yeah, almost got him. Then she goes to another small dark room, and it's like, the killer, you had
It's
me
like a
there.
closet.
Yeah, it's like, killer, you had me there. It's like, had you how? That closet barely has room for you to walk into. You thought he was in there? Mike and Kiki, on the other hand, come to a fork in the hallway. Mike is doing his indecisive thing. He's like, well, we could go right or left. And she doesn't know. So he says, well, we've been to the left, but not to the right. So he's either where we've been or where we're going. And if we go to the right, and then they go to the right, and then they hear a clatter. He's like, never mind, to the left. And as soon as they go to the left, Mitch jumps out and injects him with
Thank God.
anesthesia. I was like, yeah, thank God the plot's moving forward finally.
Jesus.
Yeah, injects Mike with the anesthesia. Kiki screams. Mitch tells her to relax and go with the flow. Like, all right, Mitch, I know you're built like that. Let's go. Back to, smash cut
Carpe
to...
diem, baby.
Yeah, hell yeah. Smash cut to the autopsy room. Sounds familiar, right? Mitch is strapping a now gagged Kiki onto a partially elevated gurney. He tells her, now don't go anywhere, and laughs. It's like, that wasn't even a joke. And he just laughs at everything. I think that might be his ultimate problem, is he has no sense of humor. Mitch is walking down a lit hallway, so it's like, oh, he's going to go get the guy he just paralyzed with anesthesia before the anesthesia wears off, right? No, cut to darkened corridor where he's walking down there with a lantern. He needs a break from all this murder and mayhem to watch his movies.
Like, geez, I'm just parched.
I'm tuckered out. I'm going to lay down and watch a movie. It's like a guy threatening a common village wench who thought she was going to marry him. He's like, you will be the bride of death. And she runs and he shoots her. And then cut to Mitch's face. And then suddenly he's watching Sweeney Todd instead. It's like, okay, I don't know where we're going with this. Some of it made sense. Some of it didn't. Satisfied with his movie time, Mitch gets up and walks Bright Halls again. So you can tell he's not going home if he's not carrying that lantern. Mike's anesthesia has worn off enough that he's able to crawl down the hall, but he just crawls to Mitch, and Mitch is like, perfect, just where I expected you to be after my 30 to 40 minutes of movie time. So Mitch picks him up, has a good laugh, takes
After
him
his
over,
stories.
and takes him over to the after his stories, takes him to the autopsy room, lays Mike down on a table, and says, "And now what we've all been waiting for is like, I'm interested to see what this is because I have been waiting for it." Mike wakes up. He says that Mitch is the one who killed those doctors, and Mitch says, "I don't even have malpractice insurance," and laughs. I'm like, that's kind of funny, I guess. That's all right. That's not bad.
That's pretty. Yeah, it was.
That's
it was
okay.
fun.
That's okay.
Yeah, it was a good one.
It's great.
Yeah. Mitch tries to lift himself off the table, but he's still too weak from the anesthesia. Kiki, again, struggling against her elevated gurney straps, not able to get out. Mitch removes Mike's shoes. He's like, oh no, is he going Tarantino on us? But then the audience won't be seated as we cut to Tina instead, who's saying, "Mr. Killer, I'm looking for you," and then jumping into every corner like she's a gotcha moment with every single corner she finds. Back to the autopsy room, Mitch pulls out some massive shears. I'm like, what do you even have in a hospital that shears like that?
Toes.
Well, okay, spoiler alert for what's about to happen. He does this little piggy thing with Mike and just starts cutting off Mike's toes. Number one, he started with the big toe, which seemed really mean.
That's crazy that he starts with the big toe.
Because he can't even get it in one go. He's just like mashing it. Like, just take it off. Back to, oh, wait, can't focus on these toe cuttings. We got to find Tina, kick in the door to another room where the killer isn't. It's like, also, why doesn't Tina just leave? She knows her friends are dead. She doesn't know these other people. Get out of there. But that's Tina, man. She seems like she's
establishment,
tough.
man.
Yeah.
She's a loyal friend is what it is.
But she's not friends with them.
She's figured this out. But she wants revenge for her friends.
True,
Okay.
yeah.
I think she knows what's happening now. And it's just like Tina.
I thought she was doing like the Superman thing where like kindness is the real punk rock. So she's going to save these other people.
I know. I think this is her redemption arc. She's coming to get her friends and she's going to take care of whoever she needs to. And we're going to get this guy.
It's like, I'm going to be the final girl. I got this.
Right.
But back to the autopsy room.
I'll show him my beehole in the sequel.
Unfortunately, it will never happen. Mitch is continuing the little piggy thing, working on cutting off other toes on Mike's foot. Pretty gruesome stuff. Long hallway where a resolute Tina is now walking down, pipe over her shoulder. She's serious now. She seems to now know exactly where the killer is. You actually pulled up that scene earlier, Shane, if you can find it.
The tone changes quickly. Like, it's craziness, and then all of a sudden she's like model runway walking right there. Yeah. Walking down the hallway with the best lighting. She looks so sexy and chic, and you can tell she is about to come in here and kick some ass.
Exactly. And then literally right as Mitch goes to do his like all the way home thing, which, by the way, all the way home is not a toe cutting one, but well, it's about to be. But he notices that Tina's arrived, and Tina's like, "Okay, sucker, let's do it," and gets ready to fight Mitch. And she chases him around the room until he gets a fire axe. I was like, "Oh no," because he's about to have the upper hand because an axe is better than a pipe. And she's like, I'm going to show you what I've got. Or wait, no. Oh, she tells him to show her what he's got. That's what he's like. This is what I've got, and this is what you're going to get. And he like swings the axe at her. And my God, he's terrible with an axe, and she's incredible. She's incredible with a pipe. So Tina is holding her own. She's like matching him blow for blow, like waiting for him to overswing the axe, like using her agility to then take the opportunity to like smash him with the pipe. And eventually she gets enough blows on him where he's on the ground. She just like hits him a few more times until he's like seemingly unconscious. So like, oh man, like Tina just won this for us, right? Well, number one mistake she makes is she drops the pipe. Bad move. But she does go to help Kiki. They have like a weird back and forth where Tina's like, I never thought I'd be helping a dumb blonde, even though she's also blonde. and then Kiki's like, I always thought that you guys were assholes, but now you've saved my life and I don't know how to thank you. And Tina's like, we got to get out of here. But then she goes to run and bumps into a switch for a machine called a body processor, which catches her and pulls her along a conveyor belt into the machine. She's yelling for Kiki to turn it off, but Kiki is not machine qualified. So she doesn't know how, can't find it. Tina's
A bunch of pig noises are playing as she's being moved down the conveyor belt, which I feel like is aggressive.
Yeah, it seems like an unfair characterization of Tina's character. Finally, she's turned into a cubic hunk of human meat that drops out the back of the machine with Tina's hand sticking out the top of it.
And a bed spring.
Yeah, why is there a mattress spring in there?
I don't know.
Just stuff in
It was
stuff in the
insane.
machine, I guess.
Just stuff.
That was kind of a bummer after she had just defeated the enemy and then like gets caught by her own like skirt getting caught on a switch.
She's the hero.
She was.
We have a whole redemption with Tina. She comes in here. She saves Kiki. She knocks out the murderer. She's the only person who doesn't get killed by a murderer. She dies with honor, and she's the hero.
Well, she dies via misadventure, but yeah, I mean, she gets the honor because she did do battle. Mitch, now awake, says, "It looks like the has a good lawsuit." And I'm like, "Oh, Mitch." And then he says, "I would be glad to handle it for a reasonable fee." And he laughs at his own joke. He's like, "Is that a joke or is that like just an ad?" But yeah, so he straightens up and says, "Come to me." Kiki's running away through the corridors. Some upbeat chase music for the tragedy we've just witnessed. And also, side note, is Mike dead?
I mean, dude, he would have had to have bled out by then, right?
From the toes?
Yeah, but think of all the anesthesia.
Maybe. I just feel like Mike isn't dead. He's just laying there. He'll wake up later and like, what the hell?
Or Willie.
But yeah, so like back to the chase. We see Mitch following Kiki. She's running through the corridors. He has a slasher murderer's lack of urgency. He pulls out some breath spray and squirts it in his mouth. I'm like, is he going to make out with his stepdaughter?
Sure is.
Well, then he goes to straighten up his tie as well, making it clear that he has designs on Kiki. Back to Kiki's flight. She's running through a room until she runs right to where Mitch is because he knows the terrain. So he found her. She throws some refuse at him and runs the other way. Eventually she comes to an exit, but she then, can't open it for a second until she just like punches the wood off the door. And it's like, oh wait, yeah, I can totally knock this plank of plywood off this door because it's plywood in a door. Now she's outside. She's in the field, like a big field where Mitch is giving chase. He's calling her Judy and saying, I killed them all for you, Judy. Aren't you grateful? Now I want you. And Kiki goes to try to enter another section of the asylum. I put my notes. Why wouldn't she want to be outside where she has like unlimited mobility? Why would she want to be inside where there's narrow hallways and he knows the land?
Finally, has movies.
Well, he also does have movies. You can't deny it. Finally, Mitch catches up to her. He is psyched that Judy has come back for him. But she explains, I'm not Judy, I'm Kiki. And then finally she says, okay, I am Judy. And Mitch takes his hands, is like running them through her hair and on her neck. I'm like, gross. He's like, you're so pretty. And she's terrified as finally, what does she do? She like knees him in the nuts, right?
Hell yeah.
She's like she beanbags him. He yells Judy again and starts chasing after her. And they get to the spot where like all of the friends were sitting earlier while they're sunbathing in the asylum yard. Mitch eventually collapses to his knees and cries with the newspaper article in his hands. And Kiki says, my mother. And then Mitch says he did it all for her. And then she says he really loved her mother, huh? And he says, yeah, we had it all. And things turn for a bit because then Kiki calls him slime because they were going to send her off to boarding school. It's like, you knew that all along?
Yeah, I think she knew who this guy was the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe she lured her friends there to get revenge on him.
Maybe.
But then Kiki picks up the mirror from her mother's accident site and then stabs Mitch through the eye with it. And as he holds onto his like now punctured eye and skull, he says, I love you. To which Kiki says, I've got to tell you, I have a real problem with that. And then she just walks off to a nearby road. And then after first she checks herself in the mirror to make sure she looks all right. And then she just walks off.
Yeah.
And
presume that she's just strutting all the way home, correct?
I mean, she's got to be. The way she's walking, that's a straight up runway strut.
In her bikini, in her chambray top, and her high heels.
Boom. Yeah. I mean, she'll be picked up almost immediately by anyone who comes by. We have a cut to another old-timey movie that says the mystery is solved, or the horror is carried away by the river, and Paris is saved as the leads in whatever movie it is kiss. And then we get the end credit from that movie. All I can see, it says British Lion Film Corp. Limited. And then we have the final credits for actual film startup as the off-brand Dollar Tree, Save-A-Lot, Ross Dress for Less, House of the Rising Sun place.
Wrap it.
End of film.
I do want to point out something. This guy has survived being autopsied. He's some kind of insane undead creature. Whatever. He got beat to hell with a massive pipe by Tina. And she stabs him in the eye, and that's it for him. That's Dunzo. That's curtains.
That's Dunzilla. He's outie.
Curtains.
Okay. I just wanted to check.
Well,
I don't know if they were setting up a sequel or what, but
what was the line from King Kong? It's like, "'Twas beauty killed the beast."
yeah.
He had to be killed by somebody who was or looked like his Belle, who had perished. So there you go, King Kong logic, baby. Can't be stopped. All right, that took us longer to get through than I expected, mostly because of digressions, but also meandering.
Happens.
Yeah, what on this podcast?
Never.
But hold the phone. We're not done here. Oh, I thought someone else was going to jump in. Like, all right,
you set yourself up there, so
we'll get that rhythm. We'll get that rhythm down. We'll get it.
I guess maybe one day.
Let me bust out my old DDR pad, see if I can figure out rhythm again. Anyways, next up is our McMurder of the movie.
Drum roll. Well, since you're our guest, I think you should go first, Mal.
Yeah, Mal, it's only right that we give you the first shot at this.
Oh, wow. This feels like high expectations.
Charles Dickens might call them great expectations.
Dick. Sorry.
I want to hope that's not the only thing you laughed at in that, but it may very well be.
Okay. Sorry about that. I am 12 years old, apparently. Okay, so the McMurder of the movie. I thought about this for a long time. I went back and forth. I tried to consider everything. And I really just boiled it down to which was my favorite. And I am going to take the baseball nerd being murdered.
What?
That is mine. Do I explain it? Do I explain
If you
why?
want to.
Yeah, of course. Or if you want to. Yeah, you don't have to, but
I'm not sure if we're defending it or not. The whole buildup is why. It is its whole thing. We get these amazing monologues. We get trivia. We get drama. I also feel like there's a magic show piece to it because of this card fluttering around. And then we get to where the actual murder starts. And one, how kind of him to offer his baseball cards.
Mm.
What a good person.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I also like, and this is more on the actual technical side of the film, is as they're doing that POV and they're approaching, what's his name, Dennis?
Dennis,
Yes.
yeah.
As they're approaching Dennis, I really enjoy, one, the camera angle. Obviously, we get that top down, trying to show a little bit of like dominance in the scenario. And I don't know that they did this on purpose, but we get a little bit of the camera like going in and out of focus, and there's a little bit of shakiness to it. And I don't know that this was their plan, but for whatever reason, it felt like an old snuff film setup. It was just so focused on him, and there was something really dramatic about it, and that like in and out of focus. I don't know. It just felt like a really cool shot, whether or not they did that purposely. And I'm going to say they probably didn't. But I enjoyed that. And then I also found a lot of humor in his kill because he's backing into a wall as if he's being trapped in a corner, but really it's just a wall. There's a whole open door.
Literally.
All he had to do was like fall backwards and he could have been fine.
Yes.
He would have just gone down the steps.
Just go
and
to the
escaped.
right, dude. Just go to the right. You get out of there.
Just turn around.
Yes. So that's for me why I landed on this being my McMurder of the movie.
Okay.
Nice.
That one shocked me. I did not think that's what you were going to pick.
Well, now I'm curious about what you were thinking then, Shane. What was your McMurder in the movie?
Honestly, I was gonna pick Tina, but like, does that count? Because like, she kind of killed herself.
That's a rough one.
But man, dude, the saw to the face, I that's kind of my vote.
You're going saw to the face then.
Yeah, man, that was just such a wild scene. And I don't know, I just like the way they set it up, the pleading, same kind of stuff with all the kills, like the pleading and then like the comedic relief. But like them making the fake doll. I mean, the drill scene was really good too. I think they both are of the same ilk. But I just the saw thing was pretty wild.
I actually was between those two myself. I landed on the drill scene because I'm still not sure how they did it.
Really?
Because it looked like they had a prosthetic on his head to drill into, but maybe they just like protruded his forehead a little bit, so that it really seemed like, I don't know. I'm not sure how they did it, and it looked.
Or they
really
just killed
real.
him.
Yeah. This guy
This is
didn't
only
act.
credit. They might have just
They
offed
didn't.
him.
Yeah, he didn't.
This is only credit.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, it's like this is what we call cinema verite. You'll die here.
It looks like they hid something in the hat, so it didn't actually drill in. It looks like they punctured a blood bag. It was in his hat. That's why he had his hat on.
I would say that, but in the actual scene, you can see some of the flesh being torn. So they definitely had some flesh in. That's what I mean. That's because that one, like, even though the logic of it, like, just leave, dude. Like, come on.
Yeah.
But if we have to get past that, because same thing for, Jane in the chair. Just leave, Jane. You sat there for like 12 calendar months. You could have just left. So like both of them have like the logic problems. But as far as like the one that I could tell that a little bit, like the dummy they used for Jane looked incredible. It looked good.
Yeah.
But I could still tell that it was that. But I think that that's what kind of puts the Dennis kill over the top in my mind.
I'll take it.
All right. So we're going to call it the Dennis kill with a Jane runner-up.
Hell yeah.
Mal, you cool with that?
Yeah. Get fucked, Shane.
Jeez.
Yeah, I guess.
Jesus. The reason I was calling on you is because you were giving non-verbal cues to what you were saying, and I wanted to make sure the audience could get involved. I expect you to just get.
Don't call on her. I'm just gonna mute her. Hold on. Gonna turn her mic off.
Our special guest is no longer permitted here.
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, there you go. Our McMurder of the movie. It is the drill to the head for Dennis.
I got so competitive for no reason.
Yeah, it's not a competition at the end of the day. We're all just friends.
Guess what you've won? Friendship.
All right. Well, the next up, it's time for our judgment categories. Pause for effect. As our initiated audience members know, this is where we assign a letter grade to one of 5 categories, or to each of 5 categories, not just to one. It is story, which includes writing, acting, effects, the music, which includes the sound design, and then cult factor. Cult factor being that little X factor that makes these movies so special. So I guess we'll start out with story and writing. Who wants to kick it off? Who wants to take this unenviable task on?
I'll go.
Yeah, you will.
I think that the premise is cool. Like crazy guy like haunting an asylum, pretty neat. I guess like the
just
comedy,
the way you phrase it, it's like crazy guy haunting asylum, pretty neat. Tell me more.
Neat, pretty cool. Tell me more about that. I think the comedy side of stuff fell a little flat. Some of it was pretty funny, and some of it was just like kind of like the Muppets like level humor, where it's just so like, oh, I stressed you tried Hare Krishna. It's like that, okay, and then the joke just sticks and lands and lands and lands, and it's like, okay, funny, yeah, great. But like overall though, like, because we've done some just turd burgers on this show, and we've done some phenomenal ones. Like, I'm leaning towards B just because, like, the story is pretty cool. Like, there's a lot left to be desired on, like, some story. but like I liked how they basically wrote in that he needed like to take a little like mental break and then do some recharging. And like there's just a lot of things that they put in here that I think really kind of made the movie like enjoyable more than just watching this weird guy like cut these kids up for 69 minutes. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm probably leaning towards B.
Yeah, I'll follow that up. I actually remember when I first watched this movie, like I watched this well before we decided to do it for the podcast.
Yeah.
I accidentally made it part of my 31 for 31 last Halloween, I think, right?
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Yes. And I remember the first time I was like, all those interludes, I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, and then as I kept watching, I'm like, all right, my dude just needs some screen time. Give him a second.
We're all there, man.
Like,
We all
life's
feel it.
hard, you know? I mean, I work from home. Sometimes I'm sitting there and it's like, I just need a second. I'm just going to go to my computer, throw some on YouTube. You know, I just need a second.
Watch some Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, I'm gonna toss on an old like black and white public domain movie and just have a breath. But yeah, at the end of the day, like the characters are overwritten and silly and so focused on their one, like whatever their niche is, like whatever their like little character,
Quirk.
trope, quirk is. And yeah, that's silly, but also like if 50% of the jokes land, that's about as good as a comedy gets for me most of the time anyway.
Sure.
And I would say 50% of the jokes land. I liked the way that her calling him mom and he's like, yes, you may call me mom. I'm like, what? I think like, for instance, I didn't really care for the baseball ones because I didn't really get it. But like the Wade Boggs, like, is that a swamp monster? It's like, it does sound like that, doesn't it? So like some of the jokes are like, they're all juvenile and none of them are that well written,
right?
But they're charming and they keep me engaged. And at the end of the day, we've seen movies where we can't stay engaged at all. And I think probably the parts that I didn't enjoy are the parts that they're walking down the halls. Like anytime that the characters are involved, at least I'm laughing, whether I'm laughing at them or with them. You know, that's a matter of debate. But so I'm okay with B actually when thinking about it. But Mal, what do you have to say?
Okay, I'm glad I requested to go last here. Because I really needed to see what the scale of rating was. Because I'll tell you what, when I really analyzed it, I was coming in hot with a D+, thinking I was being nice. But that's why I wanted you guys to go first, because I'm realizing now we're recognizing it for what it is, and we're grading it based on that.
Yeah, we're not like comparing it to Scorsese or like a Spielberg. Like, you know what I mean?
Got it. I wasn't sure. Is the grading system on just quality of the movie in general? But
one of our biggest criticisms, Mal, is that we are too generous to everything. Especially me.
Like we'll fight over C's sometimes. Not fight, but we'll argue over like a C. Like that's like a bad grade, I guess.
Is this where my villain story starts?
Yeah.
No.
So
I'm a bitch. I'm not that big of a bitch. I'm gonna give it a C+. That's where I'm gonna land.
Nice.
Undeveloped is the name of the game here. And the more I think about the story, the more it feels like two 80s business guys went out to lunch and got drunk on the company credit card and were like, I had a great idea for a movie. And like wrote down 3 sentences that describe that whole plot, and they just went with it. They did not develop it any further. That was it. The script is the napkin.
I think the idea that you think that business guys were involved is insane.
Yeah.
It's more of like an aesthetic feeling for the situation. If you could see it, you would get it.
Like, bro, bring $100 just in case.
42 if we want that B-hole.
I know.
So we'll split the difference and call it a B-, I guess, for the full podcast group.
I mean, there's no rules here.
Yeah, we'll do what we want. Next up is, I'm sure, Mal's favorite category, the acting. It was, I'll start off. I don't even care. It was pretty bad. I mean, it was silly. It was over the top. But here's the thing. I don't think it was trying not to be, but that's one of those things like where it has to be like, are we talking about things in terms of like an absolute spectrum, like of like, this is skilled and this is unskilled and this is value and this is not value? Or Is it because this is what they're going for? This is what they executed. These characters were bonkers, kind of stupid. Killer was nuts. I did like it when he did his Muttley laugh. I think probably my favorite character of the entire movie, though, has to be Tina. Because I remember when we first meet her and she's like doing her crazy laugh. I'm like, I don't get this character at all. But as it goes, it's like, oh, she's just being big on purpose because she's insecure. But at the end, when she like finally like self-actualizes, she beats the absolute shit out of this dude and is like, hell yeah. And then she like bumps into a thing and gets killed that way. I'm like, what an unceremonious end to an amazing character and development. Like, I feel like Tina's the only one that I feel like had any kind of development throughout this entire movie.
And like, it subverted the whole genre of there has to be the final girl and she has to go overcome this like trial and tribulation. And then she just dies, like, because she wasn't the final girl. But like, she had that moment and that like, I'm going to whip ass now. Yeah, that's funny.
There's zero chance that our actual final girl would have made it out of there if it hadn't for Tina showing up and just having
piping him.
Mortal Kombat with a man with an axe with a pipe and beating him unconscious and letting her out. That's insane. I think probably the character that annoyed me the most, though, is Dennis, because come on, dude, get a better hobby. Comic books are way better than baseball cards. I'm sorry. I'm just saying it. I'm just telling it how it is. People hated him because he told the truth. So for acting, it's probably the weakest link for me. I'm probably going to say C. I don't think it's amazing, but, you know, I do think that, like, I've probably liked, Tina the most. After Tina, probably Darnell. After Darnell, most likely, what was Darnell's girlfriend called? Rapunzel. Then after that, I guess the giggly murder man, Mitch. And then from then on, it's just like a blur of nonsense. So Mal's just like reeling by how generous we are with our grading system here. Because she's probably
I can feel it.
It's an F for me.
No, I think I'm going to surprise you guys.
Really?
I go for it.
Do it.
I'm going with a B for acting.
Wow.
I have a lot of fun with these actors. Again, I think there's an aspect of it where they're not taking this seriously. I think they're aware of what this is and what it's going to be, which is why I think we get some of this over-the-top stuff, because I think it's just, they get it. They're not winning an Oscar. They know that, and they're having fun with it. And I think it feels like the acting is a little bad sometimes. A little bad.
A little bit.
That's generous. But I think it feels that way sometimes because they're all really good at acting their story, right? Like, we don't actually know any of their background. We just get it all from these, like, lore drops that they give in these insane monologues. And within those monologues, they do great. I'm in. Like, Dennis, his whole thing leading up to his death, I was so in. I'm like, great, this is beautiful. The issue is none of them know how to act at each other.
Right. True.
It's just like, and that's where it falls flat for me. Still, again, just genuinely surprised that Kristen Davis is playing the same character in Doom Asylum in 1988 as she's been playing for the last 20 years on Sex and the City. But yeah, I'm going with a B.
I wonder if the reason they wrote in the entire section about like Kiki calling Mike mom is to make up for the fact they have zero chemistry as a couple.
Probably.
Maybe.
But, sorry, Shane, I stepped on your toes there. It's what do you say? What say you, sir?
No, I agree with the B. I was going hard C until the Tina turnaround. I think that really sold the movie for me a little bit. Mitch was awesome. I loved Mitch's character because like it kind of fit the whole like. I kind of agree with what you said in the last segment. Like some people got together and wrote a plot down on a napkin, and I feel like it was like in my mind it was probably more of crazy guy that escaped an asylum, or like the asylum shut down and they forgot a dude in a room. Like, that's how I felt this movie was. And then they did the bullshit bogus backstory kind of after. But yeah, I'm cool with B. I think it's fair.
Well, then I will concede. I will accept B.
Eat shit, Seven.
Eat shit and live.
I just
Because you did.
To be fair, I didn't eat it. It just fell in my mouth.
Well, what would you do with it then?
Well,
Just
spit
like
it
save
out.
That
it?
was a crazy piece of information you dropped
Some
on us earlier.
Some Stefan lore.
No, do you want to know the story? I guess I got to tell the story so people don't know that, like, think I'm a psycho.
I kind of don't want you to.
Yeah, I think you should leave
it in.
I'll just take it out.
That shit in your mouth.
No. It was just when I was a real little kid. Like, I was playing a little too rough with my cat, and I was little. Like, right, I was like
just
4.
shit in your mouth.
Yeah, she pooped and it went in my mouth, and I spit it out, and it was a tough situation, you know. But I was an idiot kid. I shouldn't have been playing so rough with my cat. I learned my lesson.
Were you fucking squeezing it? Like, what were you doing? Like, were you toothpaste in that fucker? Like, what, like,
when I was a little kid, I was a little rough with animals. I didn't understand how they worked, and I, you know, like, what? Okay, we're done with this. Let's move on to effects, and I'll start because you guys are being mean to me.
We're not being mean. I would like a diagram, though. I'm genuinely curious how it got out and into your mouth.
Now,
you
I
pay a
was
cat-
like 4 years old. It's
pay
been
a cat $42.
It's been 31
It shows
years.
you its butt.
Or no, it's been
Puts in your
30.
mouth.
Wait, how old am I again? It's been 33 years, 34 years.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
30,
remember.
How many?
Hey, how old am I again? I'm 38, right? So yeah, it's been 31 years. Wait, how many years is it since 4
This
again?
dude, this math
It's
journey of you
astounding.
is just
34
I'm-
years. It's been 34
I'm here for this, dude.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, how am I
This
supposed to
cat turns
remember?
went in your brain.
All right. You better cut all this out now because he's going to leave it in too. You just watch. He does this all the time.
I'm like Mitch laughing now.
Yeah, you got your dastardly and Muttley laugh down. Now you can't escape it. That's your curse for being mean to me.
It's the crux of my existence.
It's your curse for being mean. All right.
Cheeks
Effects. We're barely even through this. Like, effects. We got to continue. I will kick it off. I thought they were quite good, actually. I thought that clearly they were dealing with a micro budget. Mitch's makeup, I think that his makeup before he was like totally corpseified looked better when he was still like a corpse on the table. But that's probably not a sustainable outfit for movement and stuff like that. So the switch to the more atrophied older version is fine. I think the kills were pretty effective. Again, I'd mentioned before, like the Jane, dummy they used looked like Jane. Like it at the end of the day, it clearly wasn't her, but it looked good enough that I believed it. I really enjoyed the drill head, as I said before. The toe cutting actually was enough that the first time I watched, I had to glance away. It took me like the second viewing before I was like, all right, I'm going to watch him cut this guy's toes off and be fine with it. Mostly because he spent so much time on that big toe at first. I'm like, come on, dude, just get it. Just put your back into it. Don't like slice it 3 or 4 times. So actually, like for effects, I'm just going to say it. I'm at A. I think they're great for what the budget they had to work with was. I think the only one that I was like not totally on board with was the melted face, but it was just so funny that I just like was like, yeah, whatever. It's melted face. It's acid face. What can you do?
Yeah. I think I was going to go B, and I was going to go B strictly on acid face because it irritated me from the jump that is it funny? Yes, the sunglasses are still there, but also her hair changes. She just has curly, permed hair because she's dead. Such a dumb thing to be upset about. So I was going to go with a B because of that, but I'm just going to jump on Stefan's train. I'm going to go with an A for all the reasons that he said.
Welcome aboard. All right, Shane, are you going to try to fight us now? We're a 2-person coalition. You can't stop us.
No, I definitely think A. Just some things that we really didn't talk about. The gelatinous human cube that came out of the machine was pretty sick. Like the details they put in there. A lot of the scenes, like they did a great job at setting up, and I know we don't talk about set design a ton, but they did a great job of setting up like his lair with like the mummified hand and stuff. Like, and it's kind of believable that he would look aged and weathered like that. I actually really liked his makeup in practical effects they put on him. I thought it looked really good, like the prosthetics and stuff. So I'm cool with A. I think it's well deserved of an A, especially with the budget.
Hell
Many
yeah.
movies had way more money than this and did way worse. So
Oh, for sure. No doubt
Yeah.
about it. All right, there we go, team. Well, we did it.
Work.
Next up, though,
Hmm.
is going to be music.
This is tough.
Yeah, so Mal, I always kick music straight to Shane. So does it offend you if I
Okay.
kick it to Shane again?
Not at all.
All right, right at you, buddy boy. Do
I feel
your
like
best.
I feel like you can't, because we had this problem. I can't remember. Was it Demon Wind? We had another movie where we didn't. No, it wasn't Demon Wind. We didn't like one of the songs they used, but it wasn't their song. So it's like, how do you like hold that against them? I guess a little, right? So like the House of the Rising Sun sucked, and they used it twice. Well, technically 3 times, right? So
Yeah, and it was written by one of the musicians on this movie.
right. So it was, that's kind of rough. Honestly, I loved some of the background music they had going on when they were like lurking the halls, especially the Darnell music. Like I thought that showed a really wide range of like what was going on. The string music with the unhinged like field running towards each other, like the Smash Brothers commercial, was just so good for me. Like I was like, I love this. I'm here for this. I would have went A, but that House of the Rising Sun sucks. Oh, also all the crazy sound effects that they had pumping at like 12 out of 10 volume. Like the zoo, like literally, I'm not kidding you. They literally recorded a zoo. I don't even have to look this up. I can tell you. And they just played it back while they were outside. So it was just kind of unhinged. So I'm probably going to lean towards a B, but curious to see what you all think.
Mal, did you want to go next?
Yeah, actually, let me go because I'm not going to have much to say.
Oh, all right.
Be anticlimactic to save me for last. I'm going to go straight with a B. The music is whatever. I enjoyed the ambient sounds. Obviously, I was immediately bought in with the spooky sound collection and the intro. I also enjoyed some of like the ambient, but
We call them tones. Yeah, tones.
We usually just call them
Yeah,
tones, yeah.
We just call them tones.
I enjoyed it. There was one at one point, they played it several times that sounded very similar to the tones of Clue, the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just, I love that movie. So
Those are the ones
I
where
was
they were
also
doing like
very fond.
they're doing some deeper synth tones alongside
Yeah.
piano, right?
Yes.
Those are the ones you're talking
Yeah.
about? Yeah, those ones
Yep.
I
It
really
was
like
very
a lot.
Clue.
Yeah. I'm also cool with
So,
B. Like I did hate that House of the Rising Sun. I hate that I had to when I went to my local shop and save, and then as soon as they're done playing Taylor Dane's Tell It to My Heart, then it suddenly played this version of House of the Rising Sun. That's not. I made that joke earlier to myself. I was like, "Is that funny?" But like, I was like, "No, it's too mean to."
It's so good, dude.
It's too mean to Taylor Dane because I do actually like "Tell It to My Heart." I think it's a really good song.
I literally was in a shop and save in where I'm from, and that song was always on. Like, that's a good reference.
"Tell It to My Heart."
Yeah.
I know. That's where I last heard it. Was at my local shop and save. Both of them. I have 2. Both of them.
It's
Anyways,
like their corporate soundtrack.
but except they're like franchise. It doesn't make sense. Anyways, it's neither here nor there. But yes, but for everything else, though, like all like the more whimsical sound effects and stuff like that, like it's like silly, but it's also like fun. I don't know. Like you don't have to be scared all the time. And this movie is like mostly not scary. It's mostly just like, hey, here we go. And then every once in a while, there's some nice tense tones, some interesting, and those like fake strings they were doing. I was like, I'm almost 100% sure that Korg keyboard they showed in the opening where the band was playing is the keyboard they use to construct most of the sounds here, because I have a
sure.
Korg keyboard and I have those exact tones and like sounds I can change my like notes to. So yeah, it's B for me as well, is where I was going with that. But now it's time for the most tricky of all of the categories, the cult factor, that little X factor that makes these movies so special. Now I usually kick this off, Mal, but I'll give you the opportunity to like usurp me if you'd like. All right,
No, thank
I'll
you.
kick it off. It's A, because come on. 87 minutes. All but 69 of those minutes are taken by ancient movies. A guy goofing off, killing folks. A woman who calls her boyfriend mom. This is fun. It's just a fun movie. So I'm going to say
Got
A.
some chess.
It's just, there's chess.
There's chess.
That's where we should have known we shouldn't underestimate.
There's a questionable piss jug.
It's not a.
It's a questionable piss joke.
It's not a. Yeah, it's not a. Okay.
Don't be hating.
Both y'all need to chill. What I'm saying is Tina, though, like, unexpected heroic figure. Like, what a character. I don't know. I had fun with it. I liked it. I thought it was silly and fun. And sometimes that's all you need in this day and age. So I'm going to say A.
So we haven't done this in a long time. And I didn't think about this until this exact moment. But when we first started, we did we for like probably 2 or 3 episodes, we kind of explained what our categories are. And we really haven't done that in 3 years. So Mal, just to clue you in, like this was like our last like category of like, hey, like not, I don't want to say being nice, but like kind of like recognizing like the odd, like quirky things about the films. So this one typically would always end up being like pretty like last thoughts kind of thing. But
it's
but
basically
then,
would I recommend it to somebody to watch? Like, would I want you to be like,
right.
will you watch this? And it's like, yes, do it.
Yeah. So that's kind of where this kind of category came from, was more of like, how do you put like all this weird crap into one bucket? You can't. So that's kind of it's kind of our catch-all, right?
Got it.
Yep.
Am I going next?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm also going to give it an A.
Yay.
I love
Bam.
this movie. I had so much fun. I feel like it's kind of evil for me to come on a podcast about movies and say I don't watch movies, because I have trouble sitting still for that long. And I've come back and watched this movie several times because it's fun. It's easy. It's quick. The effects are good for what it is. It's silly. It's just good. And it's like that quintessential 80s movie. Like when I hear in 80s movies people being like, we're going to go see Skin Peeler Slasher Part 7 at the movies Friday night. You want to go? I just think like this is the kind of shit they're thinking about. You know what I mean? It's I love it. I'm gonna give it an 8 for cult factor. And I want to give it 5 little bonus stars just for dick punch.
That's fair.
Yeah, we're going to have to add a new metric, which is dick punch points.
You got 2 in this movie, so two solid contacts.
Not nearly enough dick punches in movies I found. So yeah, bring it on.
Yeah. I agree with everyone. I A for sure on cult factor. That is why we do this. These movies are fun. Sometimes like looked over. And
Overlooked.
Well, they're also overlooked. Yeah. We look over them a lot.
Sure.
Nah, but thank you. I'm getting tired. But so
Hold fast.
So yeah. But like it's kind of cool. Like we run into like I'm the same way, Mal. Like I have trouble sitting through like these 3-hour movies, and I was like, oh my god. It's fun with these like 60 to 80 minute just stupid. I don't know, not stupid, but like just kind of dumb fun, right? So yeah, definitely A for me.
Excellent.
Guys, look at us.
Look at us. Who'd have thought?
But hey, if you thought that was our last category.
Heed eternal. We must return to the D roll.
Oh yeah.
Or as I call it, the D roll. So as everyone knows, this is our podcast and no one can stop us. So we can make another category if we want to. And that is the D roll, where we slot it into one final category. Is it a cult classic, a B movie? Is it grindhouse, or is it trash? And by all the gods of the 9, it may never be trash. It's the 9 from Elder Scrolls, right? It
Or
was
the
8 after.
depending on
It's 8 after they
how
took out.
heretical you are.
Well, I still support.
I'm pro
Talos.
Talos. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So, who wants to start
For
off?
the love of Talos. As fearless in death as he was in life.
Why is a Talos worshiper Irish in your world?
I don't know, because I can't do the other. I can't do the Norse accent like they do, because it's not really Norse. It's like a weird. I don't know. Anyways,
Shore's bones. Anyways, do you want to go first,
Irish.
Mal, or do you want one of us to go first to like ease you into this?
I would like to go second or last.
All right, Shane,
Probably second. I prefer to be cushioned on the other side.
You want to get sandwiched? All right, Shane, you're up.
No.
okay. So like you think coming in this to be like, oh, B movie for sure. You were wrong. This is a banger. Should not be missed. I don't even know. Like when you look at the box art, like so some of these movies, the box art's so great and they just suck so bad. This one delivers on all like fronts, especially because he does use that saw. So I'm very proud that the box art was realized in film. Looking at you chopping while you piece of shit. But
Whoa, all right, pump the brakes.
I love that movie. I'm just mad that.
But no,
there
you're
wasn't
right.
a lot-
Yeah, you're right. They
Yeah,
lied.
there
They
was,
lied
like,
to all
there
of
was
us. Yeah.
Literally no chopping, except for dude. You know what I thought about the other day? The scene where she's just naked outside of that store and that robot lasers her head apart and just explodes. Like,
Hell
I don't
yeah.
know why I thought about that, but
It's a good movie,
Yeah.
even though it doesn't live up to its own premise.
yeah. I mean, I don't even think we need to like belabor that a little more. But Mal, you can go ahead. If you wanna.
I agree. It's a cult classic. And the thing is, with the brevity of it, there's no reason not to just watch it. Just watch it.
Yeah.
And enjoy it. Take it easy. Put your feet up.
Keep it sleazy.
Grab one of your favorite substances.
Hell yeah.
Well, yeah, no, I totally agree. I think this is a cult classic. I remember that I watched this on a random whim. It's like, we got to do this sometime. And then it was time for us to do the summer Tri-Slash-A-Thon. I was like, well, obviously, this has to be a part of it. Bringing Mal into it is more like a happy accident. I wanted to bring Mal on for an episode, and I happened to pick one that she would love, which was great. Didn't make it a slog for her first episode. Am I hinting there may be more? I don't know. Am I? We'll find out. But yeah, no,
Put it in the comments.
yeah, let us know in the comments. But yeah, no, definitely.
Don't be really mean though, because I am a sensitive lady, and I will cry about it.
Don't worry, we'll curate those comment sections. We won't allow any meanness in there. But yeah, no. So yeah, cult classic. I think all the way across the board. Like none of us disagree. So, boom, check it out. Yeah, honestly, if you watch it and you didn't like it, guess what? 84 minutes. You'll get.
Why are you here?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Also, who are you?
Yeah,
Who are
like, what's
you?
going on? We need to have another conversation.
How'd
you need
you
to write
find
into
us?
us on our Instagram at the Dark Side Drive-In, and let us know like how you ended up here because I'm very curious. There we go.
Well, that's a pretty slick way to come to our outro. So I guess we're gonna say, this is it for our summer Tri-Slash-A-Thon for the year
Third annual.
2025. Third annual
Reward.
summer Tri-Slash-A-Thon. Like, I hope everyone enjoyed it. Like, a lot of heavy breathing in this year's episodes.
A lot of B's and M's.
Yeah, a lot of B's, a lot of M's, a lot of breathing, a lot of
A lot of
moaning,
HBs, a lot of HMs.
a lot of abbreviations to make up for all of these B's and M's. We're doing great.
Again, like when we set these film, like we try to plan ahead a little bit. And we actually planned this out a while ago. I always appreciate, cause I lean on Stefan a lot for choosing these movies. Cause there are a lot of shitty slasher movies that aren't even worth your time. And I think it's like our duty to kind of weed through that mess to bring stuff that's like, again, like very passed over, like people don't really pay attention to it, or like again, there's a huge movie star or television actor in this movie, and I didn't know that. So it's kind of cool, like, to see what you can find with the stuff. That's why I think the Tri-Slash-A-Thon's been my favorite segment we do. So it's been 3 years. So 3 years ago, I never would have thought we would have been still doing this. So, like, 3 years now. So yeah, cool.
Oh,
That was so nice.
Yeah, fuck you, Stefan.
hey.
It's like Step Brothers when they can't hug and they have to hit each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Well, I think we had some plans for what's next because we promised this movie a long time ago. And Stefan, you deserve to announce this because this is, again, my fault we missed it, but this one's near and dear to your heart.
I only have one T-shirt of this movie. How near and dear can it be to my heart?
Because they don't make more T-shirts.
They do not. So our next movie, there's no more segments right now. So we're back to just movies, just regular stuff. We are going to do a little movie called Q, the Winged Serpent. I hear like a handful of people who love like Aztec themed monster movies cheering.
Mm-hmm.
So Q, the Winged Serpent, obviously the timeless story of an Aztec blood priest who's murdering people to resurrect an ancient dead god that's just a giant lizard living in the Chrysler building. Just your boilerplate rom-com.
Pretty normal stuff.
Yeah. We get Michael Moriarty as a failed jazz pianist / criminal. I knew you'd like that.
Finally.
Yeah, back to more Michael
Sweaty
Moriarty.
palms.
We've been missing Michael Moriarty.
Sweaty palms.
It is everywhere. Obviously, it is on Tubi. It's on Shout. It's on Fubu, Xfinity Stream, Plex, Amazon, Shudder, Roku Channel. Shudder actually has a version that was done by Joe Bob Briggs on The Last Drive-In. Sling TV, Apple TV. Yeah. You literally can find this. It's going to be super easy. So that'll be Mal. Do you have thoughts? It seems like you're giggling at this movie.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not giggling at the movie. I'm giggling. We have a mutual friend, Tommy, and I'm just laughing as you're going through listing all the platforms that it's on. Because Tommy has this amazing meme that he always quotes.
Oh, it's like you shy Boobo or Blibbo?
Yeah.
It's like just
it's on PB.
Random. It's like you literally don't have
It's
PB.
literally on Poob. I laugh so hard. Tommy says it all the time. It gets me so good.
It really does seem like
It just sounded like you were doing that. It's on Tubi. It's on Fubu. It's literally on Poob.
It's like one of those things, like they just marketing firms just find like how do we balance out the vowel sounds with the consonant sounds, and they just like create a sound that means nothing to anyone.
Next on Flurb.
On Flurb. But yeah, no, Q, the Winged Serpent. It's everywhere. It's easy to find. It's super good and super fun and super cool, and you're gonna love it. Watch it. Oh, but be careful on Tubi though, because there's actually 3 versions of it. One is the commentary. The one is a commentary track with Larry Cohen. Very good, but watch it after you watch the regular movie. The other one, the cover looks like a folded VHS cover because it is. It is a VHS rip of the movie. It is not an HD rip. Go to the main one with just the regular poster cover. That one is the good one on Tubi. Do not be fooled by imitations or poor rips. Yes, you're welcome. I'm here to help.
I might watch all 3 of them, so we'll see.
Well, you did watch whenever you found out that there's a Night of the Demons commentary track.
That was so good, dude.
Yeah.
Worth every second.
Every second of those 90 minutes that movie lasted.
So good.
Yeah. So there you go. That's our next thing. That brings our summer Tri-Slash-A-Thon to a close. It's devastating to watch Summer's End, even as a man in his 30s or 40s. But to all the children out there, what are you doing listening to this? Your parents shouldn't allow it. But yeah, after that, I want to say, Mal, do you have anything you want to say as a closing remark? I feel like we kind of pinned you out of all of this business we're doing, this housekeeping.
It's okay. No, I don't really have anything to add. I just want to say I had a lot of fun. This was great. It was fun hanging out. Thank you for having me on. And hopefully we all get to do this again.
Well, I'm fine with
You
it.
can tell I'm nervous because I'm speaking in the highest register.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, always welcome.
What are you nervous about now? You just did the entire episode.
You're done.
It's
Yeah,
like this is where you're supposed to be relaxed.
Oh, that's impossible. You're asking me to be myself right now.
How dare I?
Ugh.
Yeah, no one could possibly enjoy that.
I certainly don't.
The person who has an entire community on Discord of friends and random strangers. So.
I like making friends.
Well, here you go. This is your best way to do it, is through this. I already said, Shane, did I tell you what happened I told my mom. So everyone, just so you know, don't judge me. I call my mom once a week. We have a weekly conversation. It's how we catch up.
Sure.
I told my mom that Mal's going to be recording an episode with us. And you know what my mother said to me, Shane?
What's that?
She said, oh, tell me when that episode comes out. I'll actually listen to that one.
Oh, man.
Like, I'm your only son, lady. Like, you going to come out and just, like, get on me like that? Like, so you don't listen to my podcast regularly?
My mom dropped us, too, man. She even likes horror movies.
Sheesh.
Yeah, we lost some OGs, but OG fans.
Well, my parents are thrilled.
Awesome.
Yay.
They are so excited.
Great. Well, do we want to do thank yous, Stefan?
I think we will, yeah. I mean, as usual, we're going to thank Rebel Revolver for our theme song. It's amazing. We love it. Find them on social media. They're pretty much everywhere social media is, which is nowadays everywhere. I follow them on Instagram and on the Facebooks. You can find them on Spotify, stream their music. They have some music videos on YouTube. Shane likes to pretend that I'm starring in one, even though I just appear in the background in like 3 scenes. But Shane has his own way of looking at the world. So yeah, check them out. They're great. They're good friends.
And if you're wondering, like, oh my God, I can't remember anything about what you just said, and I like the music. Every single episode, we have their link tree in the description. Click on it. It will take you to all of their fun areas, and you can enjoy their stuff. And just because they're friends doesn't mean, like, the stuff's actually good. Like, the music's very good. The content is very good. They're funny guys. Their promo material is funny. So check them out. Also, a special thanks to all of you all. Again, we do this for fun, but it's cool when you all reach out to us and talk to us. So you can do that at the Dark Side Drive-In on Instagram. We have 2 Facebook pages. I don't know which one's active more, but try both. Why not both? And then any of the new listeners that just kind of popped in for this, like, thank you. Getting some interaction on Instagram and stuff. People just reaching out. So it means a lot, and we appreciate it. And special thanks to Mal for joining us. It was awesome. I'm glad you can make it. It's a wacky movie to come on and join us with. But yeah, always welcome back if you want to. So
Thanks, guys.
yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Mal.
Yay.
We did what was it? The last time we always do like the pulls out, ghouls out for summer. But I think, what do we do with the malls out, dolls out? That was the Maniac one. That it hasn't been heard. Well, for you all, you would have heard it, but for us, it releases the next day that we're recording this. So time is a circle, and we've recorded a lot of stuff in weird orders. So we warned you about this. We did. We promised that this would happen.
Everything has happened.
Yeah. So cool. Well, I've been Shane.
I have been Stefan.
And
Hi, and I was Mallory.
I am Mallory.
I am Mallory.
I am Mallory.
Sorry, I checked back out of my personality. I thought I was done, so I was
good.
Mallory.
No.
I have to come back to it.
Yeah.
Little outro, yeah, but yep. Stay peeled, and what's your 7? You gotta stay ghouled.
Stay cooled and stay ghouled, as Darkside Dave would say.
Bye.
Bye.
He thought he was in control. How wrong he was.
Come to the dark side, drive-in. It's the dark side, drive-in. Come to the dark side, drive-in. It's the dark side, drive-in movie club. From Dynamis Media comes a horror cyclopedia. Watching movies from the gates of hell. Covers ripped from a blockbuster shell. Officer Bosch is the only good guard. Jugs and the stuff just can't be stopped. Things get hairy in the werewolf's lair. Turn the corner and the prowler is there. It's the dark side, drive-in. It's the dark side, drive-in. Come to the dark side, drive-in. It's the dark side, drive-in movie club. Shane's the one who runs the show. He produces and keeps the flow. The Savini of the ones and twos. Only Jack Cordell has bigger shoes. Steffet does the bulk of the research. His descriptions just can't be besmirched. Lots synopses are the top of lore. Just like Lampson, you'll be begging for more. It's the dark side, drive-in. It's the dark side, drive-in. Come to the dark side, drive-in. It's the dark side, drive-in movie club.
From the deepest corner of the darkest universe, two brave hosts battle through nameless hordes of ghoulish monsters most foul, all to bring you the eternal glory of the dark side drive-in.
It's the dark side, drive-in. It's the dark side, drive-in. Come to the dark side, drive-in. It's the dark side, drive-in movie club. It's the dark side, drive-in. Come to the dark side, drive-in. It's the dark side, drive-in. It's the dark side, drive-in movie club.